But then one of the other people on the trip offered to have him bunk up with her. And she is straight and single. And they've known each other for a long time as friends. But they all kind of know each other, including the wife. And I'm wondering why this is the situation that suddenly is happening, to the point where they said, hey, I'm going to share with Brian, but I only have a king. Can we swap rooms so that we can have the double queen room?
Oh, so interesting. So rather than stay with you in the room you have set, which is a room that already has 2 beds, and you're a gay lady and he's a straight man, and there's zero sexual
Easy
chemistry.
situation.
He's asking to avoid staying with you if you can swap over, take the king bedroom by yourself, and then he'll move into the room with 2 beds, but with the straight woman.
Straight single woman.
Straight
and
single
this involves me calling the hotel and adding them to my reservation so that they can check into my hotel room and I can check into theirs.
Maybe they have a relationship that's full of trust, and the wife completely trusts him and has no problem with him staying in a room with another straight woman.
Yes, but think about if you had this situation, what would be okay?
Well, there's not one part of this situation that applies to my relationship. I wouldn't be staying at this hotel you're at. I wouldn't be going on this stupid rafting trip.
Okay, but if there was a situation where, well, Klein doesn't have a place to stay, here are the options.
Right.
Would your wife be okay with you staying with a single straight woman, regardless of how long you've been friends with that person, that nothing's happened?
I think that she would have an issue. I feel like it would definitely lead to
lots of conversations, right?
It would lead to at least a conversation. And would I be thrilled with her? I mean, let me think about this. Would I be thrilled with her staying? Because she used to travel a lot of times, and she, she's in fashion, so most of the guys are super gay, so it was never really a concern of mine. She was like, I'm going to stay with Chow or something. I was like, great, stay with Chow.
Yeah.
I don't care. It doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, but you never know if there's a random situation where I've talked to plenty of gay guys that have hooked up with women on trips.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, then they're not gay guys.
Well, anything can happen, especially in a place like Vegas. You never know. Not to shake your trust, sorry.
But aren't you all loading up and ready to hit the river with your crap cans and your personal toilet? It's like there's nothing sexy about this. Nothing about
but the first night is. 949 said these two are planning to F for sure.
Well, maybe they are.
Why are they going through such effort to make sure that they're the ones staying with each other? Isn't that a bit of a red flag?
I would rather stay with someone that I have comfortability with than someone that I don't know at all. And I guess you're the stranger, and he's got a comfortability with this girl, even if she is straight and single, and even if he is married and straight. The wife, it's this guy's wife that I think should probably get the ultimate say.
Right, she should be the one to decide. Yeah, and wouldn't she go with random lesbian stranger over longtime single straight friend?
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of guys, the concept of staying with a lesbian in theory sounds fun and hot. They haven't met you yet, but in theory, I'm saying, right?
Thank you so much. I am fun. All right, anything can happen with me. 323. I don't know what the answer is in this situation. All I know is that Allie, you are a doormat.
Yeah, it does feel like whatever's happening here, you're being somehow cuckolded. Like you're still either they're cucking for you for your room, or like you.
I obviously got the better room reservation.
Right, because you got the 2 beds, but why would you need 2 beds if it's just you?
One of them is for the suitcase.
Yeah, it seems unnecessary.
One of them is for food. One of them is for the random crap I want to throw on my bed, the dirty towels, all of it.
I'm very curious as to what is the right answer here.
I'm still 323. I'm trying to figure out why he is comfortable doing this in the first place. Why is he so fine staying with her?
Right. And why? And just out of curiosity, why would he want to go on this? This trip sounds like it's a big, like, rah-rah go women. I know, Allie, you don't think women count, but I do.
It's not a rah-rah go women trip.
It feels like it.
No, it's a Grand Canyon trip for all ages except 12 and up, and all genders and everybody.
But it feels like everyone you know is all women.
In my group, yes, but I'm sure the ratio is half and half. At least it is in a lot of the videos I've been watching. I think that men love nature crap like this.
No, not me.
Not you, but a lot of other guys do.
Jake
Omar, you would love a trip like this, wouldn't you?
I would love this, yeah, for sure,
Jake,
absolutely.
But Omar,
and he's a man's man.
Omar, let me ask you, because you're in a similar situation. You're married to a woman. You're a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
Would your wife be cool with you sharing a hotel room with another woman that was a single straight woman, or would she rather you shared the hotel room with Allie, the homely lesbian?
Okay, can we stop calling me a homely lesbian? I'm not
Probably
homely.
the homely lesbian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Omar.
But but it's interesting because Omar's wife actually does like Allie.
Yeah, and if I was
true.
going to stay in a room with Omar's wife, probably some stuff would happen. 909, they call him Chow because he loves chowing down on Klein's wife.
All right. I knew that wife's name was Chow.
Sometimes I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go. Yes, I do. So I turn on the Klein and Alley Show. Give me some Klein and Alley Show. Give me some Klein and Alley Show.
The year of incest, everybody. Get it?
Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show. I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show.
Come on.
Good morning. It's Monday. You're listening to the Klein Alley Show. It's Pantyhose Greg just pulling them up.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, welcome to a brand new week. Think of the possibilities that lay in front of you over the next 4 hours, the next 5 days. We are together again. Good morning. I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Morning.
That is Jake the Nerd back there. He calls himself a bunch of different things, but none of us really pay attention to the nicknames he gives himself. The only nickname that matters is the Audio Sniper, which belongs to DJ Omar Khan.
I like
Thank
Jake
you.
the Quake.
Jake the Quake was a very funny name when Jake
we could do away with that
Jake
one.
was all fat, but Jake's losing weight right now. So Jake the Quake we can only use for probably another week.
He said he's already lost like 4 pounds.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my God! Are you
7?
serious?
7 pounds in 4 days or something?
As a week.
Wow.
Now, has it been an enjoyable experience or a miserable experience?
I thought it's been pretty decent, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
First it took some getting used to, but
Right.
yeah, I'm liking it.
It kills your desire for food and your general enjoyment of eating, and that sounds terrible, but then when you get used to it, I guess you're just like,
So keep in mind, Jake was at the point in his life.
I'll just give up.
it's just your life now.
He
I mean,
was,
I've given up on so many other
yeah.
Yeah.
And Allie, he was at the point in his life where he was pre-planting cheeseburgers in the trunk of his car. I mean, let's be honest.
Great point.
When you're at the point where you've already planned a cheeseburger for after the date fails that you're on, so that you can at least go back to your trunk and eat a cheeseburger, like you don't really have a lot of other options.
Yeah, that's
So-
like animals hide their food.
Right.
That's definitely a lower level to stoop to.
Jake looked a little leaner today, I'll be honest. He was in this morning. Usually when I have to move around Jake, it's almost like a gravitational pull when I try to move around
You're
him.
exhausted when you get to the
Yeah,
other
he's bumping
side.
into
Yeah, I bump into him a lot, and he's like, hey, man. I'm like, I didn't mean to. You were so far away from me when we started. But now I feel like I was able to get around him quicker. It was
Look
really...
at that, Jake.
Yeah, so there you go. You got that going
It's
for
hard
you.
for me to tell because all of his shirts are so big.
Right.
And I can't tell what's going on under there.
How's the boozing going?
Great.
You're
Are
so-
you able to, drink and stuff and not feel all weird?
I was able to this weekend. I think earlier in the week when I first started, it's harder, but on the weekend I was able to.
You're more determined on the weekend to break through.
Yeah, he'll make it through. He's one of those guys that'll cut. You know, those people that used to get their stomach stapled when that was the big thing, and then some people will be like, I ate right through those staples.
Yeah.
Right through them. Jake, he'll figure out a way. Here's a message of inspiration for Jake, and I think that you can take this into the brand new week to inspire you to continue on your weight loss journey.
Yeah, this call is for Omar. I used to think you were awesome and you were totally the audio sniper, but you are not. I have called to suggest clips to be played. Klein has, asked for clips to be played, and you're all like, I can't find it. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Jake is the audio sniper, bro.
Whoa.
You suck. Kick rocks, Omar.
Damn.
Jake the ace. Boom! Pull the ace!
Pull the
Wow.
ace. Wow.
Okay.
Aggressive. Well, there you have it. A real battle brewing behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
See, Jake can do a pew anytime. He doesn't need to find that.
Who's the real audio sniper? Jake, can you give me a pew? Can you give me a pew
Oh.
quickly?
Let's see. Who's faster? We'll do a quick draw.
Omar, can I get a come on, please?
Jake.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Coachella tickets. We'll be doing that again today just after 9 o'clock. And we had so much fun with the Showchella quiz on Friday, which basically forced you to listen to as much of the show as humanly possible. Starting now, everything we do and say on these airwaves this morning could be a question that could score you tickets to Coachella. We went through, 3-4 contestants on Friday before we found someone that was able to get 3 questions in a row correct. But the good news for them is they're on their way to the desert this weekend for Coachella Weekend 1. We have your tickets. We'll give them to you starting just after 9 o'clock. And then Kevin Ryder, who is back on KROQ, will have another pair for you at 5 o'clock later on today here. And I know that that's leading to a lot of questions.
Hey, guys. I just saw on the Instagram that this Kevin Ryder's back. Who is Kevin Ryder? And what does that mean about the future of my favorite morning show, our favorite morning show? Hopefully.
Big Boy will be fine. That's what it means. It means Big Boy will be fine. If you're talking about Big Boy, which I assume you are, don't worry, he's fine.
Hopefully you guys stick around because, I don't know, I'm drunk.
Okay, great. What a beautiful message.
Well, I think all it means is that we have to say goodbye to Kevin the Night Rider.
Kevin the Night Rider, my old radio alter ego, is officially gone and replaced by the much better radio guy by the name of Kevin Ryder, who is back. And I will actually give him, in fact, I may call his show later this afternoon and let him know that if he wants to use this for himself,
Kevin the Night Rider,
he can have that.
Yes.
I will pass that off to him.
Can you send him your Kevin the Night Rider tapes and have him review them? I mean, he's a Hall of Famer after all.
He did not. He's in multiple Hall of Fames in the world of radio, and the last thing I want
By the way, can you guys punch Johnny in the face for me?
What did
Where are
Johnny?
my tapes?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Johnny's got a big box of audio of Kevin the Night Rider in his prime, and he knew his new plan was to go through and send you audio once a week.
How many times do we have to mention it? I just get sick of it. I don't bring it up anymore.
I'll bring the box.
I'm defeated.
I'll give you the
give
box
it to me,
of tapes.
please.
It's a lot. It's a lot of tapes.
It's fine, dude.
I'm sure that's exactly
I would love
what Johnny
that.
says.
Are you
He
kidding
looks
me?
at it and goes, "This is a lot of tapes."
Yeah, I've seen.
I would laugh and giggle and oh my god!
Yeah.
Like over the weekend, I don't know if you guys heard, we ran a bunch of moments with Kevin's for promos, and I was just laughing my ass off just going through all the moments with. It was just like I love that stuff.
I know, it's so nostalgic too to go through it. I mean, that listening experience I think would be enjoyable for you though.
Totally.
And I think
tapes you want them, Omar?
Johnny feels like it's a waste of time, which it probably is.
It's a lot of tapes with the Klein tapes. I don't need the Jake Dill tapes. I'm good.
That's okay, Jake. You can hold on to those for now.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Omar.
I think I'm good.
Here's what we got for you. Coachella tickets at 9 or just after. Listen to everything we say on the show starting now. Those everything we say from now moving forward could be a question that could result in you going to Coachella. In a moment, though, Allie knows the news. And because today everyone's freaking out about the stock market, the big market crash that's apparently going to happen today, the tariffs or the responsibility, we have decided, Allie, I don't think you're going to like this, but instead of $100 like you normally give, let's do a 25% increase. Let's raise the tariffs on you.
We're doing a tariff on Allie Knows the News?
A tariff on you, and whoever beats you today and this week gets $125. 25% increase, because a lot of people are saying everything's getting screwed by at least 25% across the board.
Right, so I can't fix that.
No, but let's screw you 25% additionally and make it for the listener. Someone's probably freaking out right now going, I had some money in the stock market. It's all gone to S.
But now that I have an extra $25, it's all better.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, we should have doubled it, but we thought that was maybe unfair on you. So let's go 25% tariff on Allie Knows the News, which means if you beat Allie right now at 800-520-1067, you don't just get the standard poultry $100 she gives out.
That'll cover half a roll of toilet
paper. You
paper.
get $125, and all you got to do if you want in on that is call us now. 5 questions about the news. We'll come back with that and more after this.
Well, the first weekend of the Coachella Music and Arts Festival kicks off this weekend. Will bring hundreds of thousands of visitors.
Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Green Day, and Post Malone. People are on their way into the Coachella Music Festival.
All right, I want to see everybody jumping up and down. You ready? Welcome to
KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. This weekend and next weekend. Empire Polo Club in Neo. Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. Courtesy of Golden Voice. This is your last chance. Weekday, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, The Prodigy, Jimmy Eat World, Joe, The Beaches, Lola Young, Just Added, Weezer, and more. And listen all weekend as we broadcast live from Coachella with band interviews and more.
Hi, I'm Nicole Alvarez. We're live at Coachella. Broadcasting live backstage at Coachella.
There's always possibility for it to go disastrously.
Driven by Mike Thompson RV. Don't miss a moment. Go RVing.
The Spring RV Extravaganza.
Johnny, thank you for your service. Johnny's in here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no,
that wasn't that funny.
They just spit up her call. Your mic's on. Don't
Is
worry.
it?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
It's your own headphones, you
You were
idiot.
sporting the camouflage.
What happened? You came in here, we had our logos on the TVs, and then you came in here and screwed it all up.
I tried to fix it.
It was working fine. Everything looked great in
No,
here.
we had the one logo, and the other one was like showing the news. So I'm trying
And
to fix it.
now you've completely ruined everything.
No, watch this. Hold on. Let me cook. Well, there's
We don't
no
have
flash
time. We
drive.
don't have
It's
time.
a great time for that.
Don't have time to let you cook, but thanks for coming in and ruining the TVs. We set those up for the last hour, and once again,
Justin just came in and
I
put
know.
a beautiful
I know.
video logo
I know. We had
on
it
one
all
of the
set.
TVs.
We wanted to make this look more visually pleasing for those that are watching on YouTube. Everything looked great. Johnny
All right,
sat down, hit a button, and ruined everything.
Last time I tried to fix anything, try to help. All right, go ahead.
But you didn't. But what was to help?
I
You
was
couldn't
to help
do it
because
early.
there was one logo
Johnny,
on one TV
Johnny.
and there's nothing on the other one, so I was trying to help with the second
and
one.
now there's no logos on
Yes.
both of the
and
TVs.
this remote accidentally activated both
the
TVs.
remote did nothing. You screwed it all up.
This remote accidentally?
Because look, it's linked to both TVs. So when I tried to aim it at one, it messed up the other one because they're both linked together.
It didn't mess up anything. You messed up
Yeah, there's no
everything.
denying that. I pushed the button.
Okay,
yeah.
great. Just making sure. We had this all set up. We spent the last hour getting this looking good because these videos of Johnny in here being dumb perform very well for us on the socials. So we wanted it to look as good as possible. So we spent the last hour setting this up. He comes in here, picks up a remote, hits a button, and has now ruined all of the work that went on behind the scenes
Klein,
for an
don't
hour.
insult a soldier.
That's very on brand.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah.
Johnny's wearing his camouflage shirt today. I apologize. Thank you once again.
We can't see him anyway.
You paid the ultimate price.
I was
I don't even know if Johnny's in here right now. So somehow that remote just turned the channel by itself. Let's get into some Johnny Doesn't Know space. 800-520-1067 up for grabs tickets. Allie,
A lot of space in his brain.
no time to play the intro. Let's just get right to the game.
Okay.
All you have to do is predict whether or not Johnny will know the answers to these very simple questions about outer space. He doesn't know a lot, as we were talking about the astronauts returning.
And the astronauts that are leaving.
But-
and the all-female space crew. A lot of space talk.
Say hi to Aaron in East L.A. All you got to do is predict will he or will he not know. Here we go. Aaron, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, question.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Johnny's last appearance in here when he was doing Johnny Doesn't Know Money is trending and going quite viral online right now as he was unsure as to how much money 10,000 pennies actually was. But maybe he'll know this one. Neil Armstrong, Johnny, one time landed on the moon and said one small step for man, and then what did he say? Will Johnny know this, yes or no?
It's Friday. I think he will.
Wow.
Okay. Johnny, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon and said one small step for man, and then what?
One giant leap for mankind.
Whoa, Johnny.
Johnny got it
good
right.
job.
That's a soldier.
Let's go.
Hold on, Aaron. He got it right. Hang tight. That is a correct answer from Aaron. Good
He knows
prediction.
his stuff.
He's dead, right?
Say hi to Jen in Koreatown. What's up, Jen? Welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Happy Friday, sweet dish.
Happy Friday, Johnny. A group of stars that appear to resemble a shape, like the Big Dipper, or potentially a person like Orion, are called what? Group of stars that resemble a shape are called what? Will Johnny know this? Jen.
No. Sorry.
All right. With not a lot of confidence, she
And laughter.
says no. Johnny, you do look a bit dumbfounded by this, but it's a group of stars that resemble a shape, potentially a person. They are called what?
Well, it's a cluster, right? Because they're all grouped together. Like in math, I remember my algebra teacher saying a group of numbers on this side of the quadrant is a cluster. So math and space are like kind of like together.
How do you get there?
Because you got to like do a lot of math in order to build the rocket and to go into space. Same with the astronauts. So a cluster is where we're at right now.
I'm so confused by that
Yeah,
answer.
I am too. Jen, good job. Jen said you wouldn't know, and you did not know. It starts with a C, but it's not cluster.
Not
con-
cluster. Comet.
No.
Connection.
No.
Number connection.
No.
Number connection.
A const.
A constant number.
A constel.
Console.
No.
Console what?
Constellation.
Constellation?
There he is.
Constellation? Is that what that is?
There he is.
Stars have their constellations.
I
in
thought that was the
sky.
name of the ship, though, that they go into space in. Like, don't they name every ship that they go into? Voyager?
Say hi to Jasmine.
Well, they name their ships, but just that doesn't mean they're not.
USS Constellation?
Johnny, we're talking about space, I think. Still.
I don't know.
Jasmine, you ready to go?
Yes.
In case any of you think Johnny is faking this, we did have him on the lie detector last week, and we asked, does he ever attempt to sound dumber than he is? And he said, no, he does not, and that was the truth. So this is real deal Johnny for you. Here we go, Johnny. Johnny, in your opinion, what is the funniest planet? Will Johnny get this right? Jasmine, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Johnny, what is the funniest planet?
Pluto.
No.
Pluto.
No,
Why is that one
nothing
funny?
You just
about
said, in my opinion,
But
what
that's
is
wrong. But your opinion's wrong.
You just said
There's one planet
There's
that's
one planet.
obviously
Pluto.
the funniest one.
Pluto.
There's a funny planet.
And
Yeah, 'cause
Pluto,
it's a
and she's
planet.
right. Pluto's not
Pluto's
even
not a planet.
Yeah, but like that's the funny gag about it. It's like,
That's
is it a
the
planet?
funny
Is it
gag.
not?
That's not the funny gag.
It's like the
about it.
validation of the
There
planet.
is one funny planet that is funny, and anytime you hear it, it's funny.
And they're trying to change the pronunciation
I
and make
know.
it not like this,
Yeah,
and they're not.
They're trying to make it unfunny.
Yep.
How many of them were there again? The planets? 6, right?
You don't even know, Johnny?
6.
Earth, Sun, Saturn.
Oh
Whoa.
my
Jupiter.
God damn it!
What
do
am I-
you
what,
think
like
that
a
the sun
space-
is? Do you think the sun is a planet?
Well, we can't go there yet, so it's like, no, we can't.
Okay.
You think planets are only planets if we can go there?
Listen, everything he's saying is right so far. Don't interrupt him, Allie. Johnny, the funniest planet. You're going to still stick with Pluto.
You asked in my opinion.
All right,
I think
that's
Pluto's
wrong.
funny.
That's wrong.
I think Pluto's funny.
What's the right answer?
Uranus.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that is a planet.
Yeah.
Uranus.
Whoa.
And they're trying to change it to Uranus.
I know. They're like, and then there's Uranus. And I'm like, no, there's not.
It's Uranus.
It's Uranus.
It's hilarious.
You know it. We know
That's
it.
toilet humor. That's not funny.
It's funny every time.
Oh, my
It's
god.
funnier than Pluto.
Pluto's funny.
We go to George in Laguna Hills. Give him a shot. This is Johnny Doesn't Know Space. We only have time for one more. Hey, what's up, George?
Hey, good morning.
Here we go. Well, Johnny thought the sun was a planet, so I don't think he's going to get this right. But, Johnny, what are stars made of? Will Johnny know this, yes or no?
No, he will not.
All right. Johnny, what are stars made of?
Is it not fire or like an explosion of something that breaks off and it's like?
So you think stars are like broken off pieces of spaceship or something?
No, broken off pieces of like a planet that got destroyed, and it's just like stays in the atmosphere, and it stays for like years and millions of years. Because we're like, remember how we're like millions of light years away from Earth? Earth to
We are on Earth, but I think you are correct about your positioning.
I think we're currently sitting on Earth right now. Last I checked.
We're 0 miles from Earth.
We're 0 light years.
I don't even think you can capture a star.
I'm currently 1 light switch from Earth, right behind you.
Right? You can't even capture like.
So what is a star made of?
Part of a planet that was broken off or
all right,
destroyed.
good job,
So you think
George.
the millions and billions of stars are all just pieces of other previous broken planets?
Look, I don't know where they came from. They just appeared one day.
Made of gas.
Gas?
That's right.
Again, hilarious.
Wait, what?
Gas from Uranus. Huh?
Really?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, so it's not real.
No, it's gas.
It is
Stars
real.
are made
Oh,
of
it's gas?
Yes.
So you can't touch it. It's just like an air
It's
thing.
burning gas.
Wow.
Did you know, Johnny, that
Everything we say on the show could result in you getting some Coachella tickets after 9 o'clock. The return of the Showchella quiz. The only thing standing between you and the desert is this dumb show and everything that happens between now and then. That was Sublime right there. Sublime last year was one of the big stories to come out of Coachella. Sublime with the brand new lead singer. The son of a Bradley Knowles took over, and that was one of the stories. Every year, Coachella has the stuff you expect and then the stuff you don't expect. Like over the weekend, when they added Weezer to the lineup. They said, hey, Weezer, you're going to join the Coachella lineup. And everyone's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
it's
got
always nice to get, it's like with Coachella, you're always wondering who the guests are going to be, and now they're revealing the guests way before the show.
Some they are, and others I'm sure will still be surprises.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
we will get you in. If you'd like to get in on the money that Allie's bringing to the table, it's not just the standard $100. We've decided, because of tariffs, to raise that to $125. Right now, hopefully you're on the phone for some Allie Knows the News.
Win $100 and buy yourself some booze. Let's find out if Allie knows the news. Ooh. I am not Christina Aguilera.
Oh.
And I am not a ghost.
All right, that's a real person leaving the theme song on the go line.
I mean, that was definitely Christina Aguilera.
Pretty sure that was definitely her as well. But cool. Anyone.
And a ghost.
And a ghost also. Let's say hi to
I'm not a ghost.
Vincent in Alhambra this morning. Good morning, Vincent.
Good morning.
Would you like a shot at $125 of Allie's money?
Definitely.
All right,
definitely.
definitely. She's
Good
leaving.
luck, sir.
Leaving
Yeah,
the KROQ
definitely.
studios? Yeah, definitely. She's out. I got 5 questions here. Hopefully you've been paying attention to the world. Busy weekend, a lot going on. Allie, as soon as she is officially out of the studio, which you can see on our YouTube as we're streaming live right now, your round can begin. Answer these quickly, confidently, and accurately. No cheating, and here we go.
Allie knows the news.
It was a $157 million opening weekend for this big video game turned big screen smash. Which one was it?
Smash Brothers?
Go to question number 2. Palm Springs PD responded to a call about a unique dead animal in someone's yard. What animal was reported dead in someone's yard that they had to go check out?
Coyote?
Coyote. Go to question 3. There's a new leading scorer in the NHL, and he has now replaced this great one, who is now the second leading scorer in the history of hockey. So who did he replace?
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, that is correct. And congratulations to Alex Ovechkin of my Washington Capitals for doing that. A long-ass career. The guy's almost 40 now, and pretty incredible. But it's weird to think that Wayne Gretzky is no longer the leading scorer in the NHL. I thought that was going to last forever. We go to question number 4. The men's basketball NCAA championship game is today. Name one team that is playing for the championship.
Florida.
And finally, go to question number 5. This British comedian was charged with sexual assault and more. Name the British comedian.
Russell Brand.
All right. Good job. You put in a good run. Let's send Allie back in. Feel like she could pay today. She could pay and have to pay the tariff as well. $100, $25 tariff. Everyone's freaked out about tariffs. What's that doing to the rest of us? Well, today, it's a benefit for you, at least to the tune of $25 additional. Here we go.
Okay.
Allie, I'm not going to tell you how this guy did, but he's no dummy.
Really?
We got a lot of brain-dead dummies we deal with around here.
Lost once a week at least for the last month.
You have been losing a lot. And you got this trip to pay for that you're heading out on.
Oh, my God. I've spent so much money.
Question number 1. $157 million opening weekend for this big video game turned big screen smash.
Minecraft.
All right. He said Smash Brothers. Wrong, but the correct answer is Minecraft. Jack Black crushing it at the box office. Allie's up 1. We go to question number 2. Palm Springs Police Department responded to a call about a unique dead animal in someone's yard.
Oh.
What was it?
It was. They reported a dead elephant, but they pulled a U, Klein, because it was a statue.
Hey, before you start saying they pulled a Klein here, I saw the picture, and I could understand why someone would be concerned.
It was an upside-down elephant.
Yeah, because it was a sculpture that blew over, and when I stopped to try to rescue that dog that was about to cross the busy intersection, only to realize it was an art installation, I also, upon further examination, realized I should have understood it was not a real dog. But this elephant, you look at some of the pictures, we should post them.
It looks like a statue.
If I drove by and saw that, I would think to myself, dead elephant, call the cops.
And don't think for a second that you saying art installation makes it better.
Yeah, it does. It makes it classier.
It was an art installation. It was a dog statue.
Hey, just a good Samaritan trying to save an elephant. We go to question number 3. Allie's up 2-0 now. What a start. There's a new leading scorer in the National Hockey League. Move over. This man, the great one, is now the second leading scorer.
Move over this man?
Yep. Looking for the answer of the second leading scorer now.
Okay.
In the history of hockey.
Okay. Formerly the first.
That's right.
That would be Wayne Gretzky.
That is correct. The great one.
The only hockey player I can name.
He got that as well. So you couldn't name the guy who's now the leading scorer?
Alex?
Okay, you got it. Good job, Allie. All right. Allie
that's really it?
Yeah, Alex Ovechkin. And by the way, this guy is so far, just so you know, he got that one right. He's on the board. But Allie's still up 2 with 2 questions left. So hold on. This is where it gets good. Question number 4. Men's basketball NCAA championship game is today. Name one team that is playing for the championship.
The Cougars.
From?
Houston?
We give it to him. He said Florida Gators. He's also correct. It's the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars. And I should point out that Duke, that everyone thought was going to have their good run, what an exciting end of that game.
Bad run on White Lotus, bad run in real life, too.
Bad run. We go to final question, and I don't think there's a comeback for you, but appreciate you playing. Vincent, last question. This British comedian charged with sexual assault and more.
And more. Sexual assault and more.
And more.
That would be Russell Brand.
You got that as well. All right. Well, Vincent, you put in a decent effort, and unfortunately for you, at least for right now, Allie did beat you. What must you shamefully admit as she puts her $125 back into her fanny pack?
Hi, this is Vincent from Alhambra, and Allie knows the news.
All right. How would you like to see this band this weekend at the Desert? Green Day will be there, many others as well, and we will get you those tickets just after 9 o'clock. The key is you listen to every word we say or watch along on YouTube. Some people doing both. Tell your friends, tell your family, maximize your chances of winning Coachella tickets, and it all continues after this.
The sun is a star?
I mean, I'm not a space guy. I'm not like a...
Clearly, you're not a space guy, although you're a very spacey guy.
We have no problem. I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you this, Johnny. We don't have time anymore because this was really a disgraceful performance you put on, but how high up does space start? I'm just curious, in your own opinion, when do you think space begins? How high up?
Like when it starts turning black? When the sky turns black?
Sure. Give me a number. I just want to get a sense of where you're at.
413,000 feet in the air.
413,000 feet?
72,000 feet in the air.
Oh my God, you're going less feet?
Well, because he just looked at me like that was a dumb answer, and I was just like, how am I supposed to guesstimate the feet?
62 miles from sea level is when we officially enter space.
Wow.
How many feet is that,
So
Johnny?
not even feet. That's miles. That's a whole nother. That's next week's Johnny Doesn't Know. Feet
All
and
right,
miles.
we got to take a break. Guys, you have to stop. I'm feeling dumber by listening to this. Is this guy for real?
This is tough.
Return to KROQ for the first time in a long time, and I'm now not sure why. Johnny did go to a public school. Let's let him shout out. Johnny went to multiple colleges as well. We got to take a break. Everyone, Allie, who got theirs right, that includes Jen, that includes Aaron, that includes George. And Jasmine, who's getting the tickets? So why don't you go ahead and tell us the good news?
That would be Jen. Congrats.
Oh, that's not Jen. Oh, hold on. I hung up on someone. Jen, you're still there. Hey, congratulations, Jen. You're going, all right?
I'm here. Oh, my God.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Quick break. Back with more show now.
KROQ.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Today's an interesting day for so many reasons, but a lot of people talking about the big White Lotus finale that happened last night. A lot of questions were answered.
Did you watch?
This is my problem. I did start it, and I fell asleep.
That's on you, man.
And now I need to do this thing where I have to go through my entire day trying to avoid spoilers, which is a terrible place to be because, as I just saw on Instagram a second ago, there's a lot of memes, whatnot, being posted that I assume are indicating exactly what happened. Now, I get it. If you're not into the show, you don't even know what I'm talking about now, you don't really care. But it is one of those shows that they do kind of set up a mystery at the beginning, and then the mystery pays off, I guess, the last episode.
Yeah, well, and it's also like the last 20 to 30 minutes of the 90-minute episode because it's a 90.
That's why it felt so long.
It's a 90-minute. Yeah, and the first hour is like more build-up, and you're like,
could
dude.
you watch just the first episode and the last 30 minutes of the last episode and get it?
Yes. If you watch the first episode and the last 30 minutes of the last episode, it'd be a full series.
No,
right there.
there's like that one episode in the middle with all the sex. You kind of need that one.
Yeah. A lot of that show, and I guess a lot of shows now, right, they, if you feel committed at some point, you're like, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and weigh the fact that I feel like I've put in enough time and effort that I'm now committed and I want to see how this plays out.
It's very slow, though.
This show is edging to its finest.
Right. It's a lot of edging.
Just like every episode, you're like, something is almost happening.
Yeah,
exactly.
Feel
totally excited.
Totally.
Something's going to happen.
Nope.
And then the credits run, and you're like, okay.
Well, someone made the point that, if you watch it the way that they release it, you're a sucker. And the way they release it is you get one a week, and then you got to stick around. And that's an old school way. But for all of our brains now are wired in the sense we want to see something, we like it, we want to be able to polish it off a couple seasons in a couple days. And someone said that if you started watching at the beginning, where usually you get 2 episodes out of the gate, and then you got to wait around, you're a sucker. And what you should do is just wait. Try to really wait until they're all there and then just go ahead and enjoy, because then it feels like you're getting more stuff quicker.
Yeah, but then I end up in your situation where everyone else has seen the finale and I haven't seen the finale.
Right.
And then I knew last night that I had to start that episode at a certain time and finish it before I went to bed because I didn't want to be in your situation.
It's a terrible place I'm in right now. It's terrible because now today...
Do you want to know how many people die?
No, I don't want to... Even just you saying that is putting
I'll give you
me...
a hint.
All right, wait. Let's not ruin it for everybody else. Everybody, just turn it down for 10 seconds, but let's ruin it for Klein.
Don't ruin it for me. I'm leaving the studio.
Go ahead,
no, don't tell me, Allie, because I don't...
She'll ruin it for me, too. I don't care. It's
maybe
fine.
no one dies.
I don't care either.
Go ahead.
I don't want to know, and it's not fair to other people that have not... There was a lot going on last night. Maybe
I'm
people...
going to say 5 people. Is it more?
I don't want to know how many people die. I know the first episode, there's a lot of... This isn't going to give anything away, because I saw the first...
You might not like it.
Oh, Jesus. The worst part about it is that Allie's doing her impressions of the characters.
I'm going to do impressions of more of them.
No, stop. That's pretty good.
I wish they shoot Allie. I wish that she's somehow a victim of the White Lotus. Is that possible?
Well, I can give you the manners of death. Does that help?
Well, that's all guns.
No,
right?
not all guns.
Oh, okay. Whoa. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. This is the...
I can't wait to go see it now.
You know what's funny is that we used to deal with this a lot as a society before people... Now everyone's on their own schedule,
Bang,
right?
plot twist.
Oh, damn you. You're such a bitch. I don't want to know.
Maybe there's a family member that's not what they think they are.
I don't even know what you're saying now. Now I'm confused. I just know that today is a sucky day to be able to even just respond to anyone. Because even there's a group text I'm on that I didn't see till this morning that said, oh man, about White Lotus.
The guards too.
All right, forget it. I'm done. Put on the stupid song. I don't want to hear anything else. Society has forgotten the way to handle this because when it was shows like Breaking Bad where all of us were on the same... There was a time when it felt like we were all on the same schedule. The society
because there was less it was very clear which shows people were watching. Now it's so unclear because there's so many.
Right. It's all scattered.
And then it's like Nicole Kidman's in that one and Reese Witherspoon that, and then it's like, all these A-listers are in so many shows that you can't even keep up anymore. So you can't spoil anything because there's too much to spoil.
Right. And you don't know what you can say. And if you can say, you have to basically go to any conversation. Hey, are you watching White Lotus? Yes. And then sometimes people have to stop you right there. But I haven't seen the last episode yet. Don't say anything. Or I haven't seen the finale yet. I didn't even know it was the finale until I woke up and my
stuff was happening.
Well, my wife
Smoothies were being made?
She goes, you just fell asleep during all the stuff. Everything was explained. Everything happened. And I go,
so she has seen it and you haven't.
Yep.
Oh, man. How
Yeah.
come she didn't spoil it for you? It's so much fun.
She said, "Oh, it's not what you thought," because I told her my opinion about what. And I said, "Well, even just you saying that is too much."
When we started it, Katie said, if it's anything less than the monkeys getting the guns, I'm going to be disappointed.
I hope it's the monkeys getting the guns. That's my theory.
It's just the monkeys.
Those baboons
shoot
with their
everyone.
big red asses running around, just firing away. Well, anyway, please do not call, do not text. Luckily, our text line is down today, which is the one benefit we have here at KROQ, so no one can spoil it that way.
No, don't do
Oh,
it.
stop it, Allie. Stop. We are Klein Alley Show. Chris, you're on the phone now. You can talk about any topic you choose to in the entire world as long as it's not about White Lotus.
Worst season ever.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
I'm not telling you anything, Klein.
Don't tell me a
I'm
thing.
simply telling you worst season ever.
Okay, but if you're going to start saying worst season ever, and someone hasn't seen the finale yet, they're going to start in their head going, "What was the whole thing a
Klein, you didn't
dream?"
need the finale to tell you that the season sucked, bro. All 7 episodes prior to the season finale were crap.
He is right. Yes, it's an exciting finale, but even then, it can't really save what you just watched. Like,
right.
it was still kind of a waste
Not
of time.
taking calls. We're done with
But
calls for
I
today.
would agree with him if I could even remember the first 2 seasons. At the end of it, I was like, "Is that the
first season was the best one?"
That's kind of what I thought, but I can't remember much of what happened.
No, stop playing clues, guys. I don't want to know. All right, now I know 2 are dead. All right, bye. Don't say anything else, Chris. Thank you. I know other people are trying to. I get it. You don't know if you're behind. There's your tip-off. Something
It's
happened.
worth it just for that one Sam Rockwell monologue, man. That was the best.
Yeah, I know. That was awesome.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So good.
We have to take a break. Here's what we got going on today on the show. If you're just joining us this morning, you should be listening to everything that happens between now and 9 o'clock because we have Coachella tickets up for grabs. It will be another Showchella quiz, questions about today's show. You don't need to know anything that happened on Friday or last week at all. You don't need to know one lick of me singing Missy Misdemeanor Elliott to get these tickets. You just got to pay attention to things that happen on today's show, and that could score you tickets to the desert for Coachella. We got that to get to. The Return of the Pot quiz, people that were leaving dispensaries with bags full of weed or gummies or edibles. Jake approaches them to find out if they know anything about anything. We got that to get to, and it's my turn to try to flirt with a AI dating assistant.
This I can't wait for because you claim you killed it.
I didn't say I killed it. I just think that I did a better job than your flirting, where you tried to, you accused the robot of being a lesbian, and she immediately said, "Stop talking to me."
Yeah, but I had a real conversation with her, and you're probably just going to use, hacky pickup lines.
No, I had a real conversation too. Let's see. It's a new thing you can do on Tinder. Figure out if you're any good at spitting game. We'll get into that.
Did you do this?
Nope. Come on. I did not do that, but I probably should. Probably could have.
Yeah.
So we'll get
The
to
ladies love it.
all of that and so much more after this super quick break right here, KROQ.
106.7 KROQ. A system of mass communication. All manner of entertainment. Klein Alley Show. We would send over the air. Famous. We call it KROQ.
Hey, it's Klein. I don't think I did the right thing. Can you tell me, Allie, as a woman?
No.
No. Vanessa, can you tell me as a woman when you like being a handshake presented to you versus a hug presented to you?
Personally, I hate hugs. Like, I do them, but I hate them, so handshake is fine.
That makes me so happy that you
But
hate
it all
hugs.
depends on who it is, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a family member, if I must.
If you
Oh my
must.
God! Wow.
If you
what about
must.
your mom?
No, I'm getting used to hugging her.
Oh my God. 30-something years?
I'm awkward. No, but I think a handshake is a good thing.
Yesterday.
I hate handshakes.
Yeah, I agree.
really?
I'm with Omar.
I'm a fist bump.
Oh, I hate
Fist bump
bumps.
is kind of douche.
I don't care.
Kinda
dude.
douchey.
I don't want to shake your hand, especially after COVID. I am out on the handshake. And if somebody does come in for a hug, I do a half hug.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
See, I think the hug, even though it feels like it's maybe more intimate in the sense you're kind of grinding bodies against each other, you're not. There's no skin-on-skin contact. You got potentially up to 4 layers of clothing separating you, so really it's not that intimate.
Yeah.
I asked the question because yesterday I picked up my kids on their last day of school. Final day of school, got them.
And you're like, I should probably hug him.
I should hug these children, but it's weird. No, I
did fist bump.
And the teachers give you like their bag of here's all their art and here's all their arts and crafts stuff you're going to throw out probably when you get home, and then you say, hey, just want to say thank you for and then I say thank you for your service, you know. And then there's that moment where, and I noticed other parents, especially the moms that were picking up the kids, are giving the teachers hugs.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that is strange. Just all overall, she's a teacher. Like I've never seen that happen at all.
I think there's like an emotion sometimes at the end of the year where I mean, look,
or it's the parent being like, I'm so close with my son's teachers.
Oh God,
we hug.
I
you
gave
know,
my tip out of the hat and I'm out.
Yeah, I didn't really have like
I don't even handshake in that scenario.
I felt like it was usually it's just a wave and it's
a
like
wave.
See,
Oh,
Allie, I'm telling you, Klein goes to his kids go to some fancy boy school.
Public? Dude, it's not a fancy boy school. First of all, the girls.
No. LAUSD was at a school last year. Now,
last week.
Yesterday. Last week.
LAUSD public school, Omar.
Nah, you're going to some fancy boy school.
And anyone who had kids that are in kindergarten through 5th grade, yesterday was the last day. I talked to a lot of people. There are a million districts.
No.
What are you talking about? You don't even know what you're saying. You're in a different district.
You were talking yesterday about tipping the teacher out like $50. Hoity-toity school.
I said, what is the proper amount if you're going to give the teacher a thanks for the
20 tops, man.
That's what listen, the argument I made was...
you said 50.
Yeah, you said 50.
Your wife was even crazy. Like, what?
Yes.
She said
your wife tipped a furniture person $100 recently.
She didn't know. I told her, what are you doing? I said, that was more than the piece of furniture they brought to the house. She's like, I didn't even know. She goes, I didn't have anything. All she had was $100.
All I have are hundreds.
She was back from Vegas. All she had was a $100 bill. Vegas makes it so you get screwed when you go to Vegas because all they do is give you hundreds. ATM, take out $200 in Vegas. They give you 200s.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you 20s.
I guess if you pay for a fancy school, you should hug your teachers.
It's a free school.
Totally.
Free school. You're missing the point of the story. Do you hug or handshake if you feel like you need to do more than just wave and say thanks for the year?
I think in your case, you would pull a crisp 20 out of your pocket and you'd put it in their breast pocket and go, good job.
I did like I was trying to get a table at a restaurant.
And you pat it all weird.
I folded it up in my hand and I put it in her hand and I shook it and I squeezed her hand real tight.
Thanks, Miss Miller.
I said, don't spend that all in one place. You deserved it. All right, so the answer is fist bump.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I needed. I'll know that for next year. When I go to University of Fancy with my kids.
There you go.
It's the Lincoln Park KROQ Klein Alley Show. Good morning.
Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ 106.7 KROQ.
Air hugs are the acceptable. I don't even know what I don't even know what an air hug is.
You just put your arms out like, ooh.
I don't really get it. What do you stand apart and just put you're doing like Creed, arms wide open
in front of each other?
I don't even know. As a teacher, I accept and expect nice gifts at the end of the year. Your kids are probably annoying.
No.
Most Klein's right. Most elementary schools in the Valley ended this week. That's true. Although the last few days, since everyone's given up, they're just these half days. No one even. What's the point of even going? Mm-hmm. Pickups 11. Drop them off and turn around the block and go get them again.
I just think there are certain relationships that always remain strictly professional. And parent and teacher is one of those relationships.
310, I'm a teacher. I hate when parents have gone in for the hug.
No, I don't know you. I know your kid.
All I'm thinking is, please don't touch me. I mean, I get it. I felt weird because I did not want to go in for the hug, and I didn't think it was appropriate. But I did see a lot of moms doing the hug, and I wonder if there's a different standard between moms hugging teachers and dads.
Do finger guns.
That's right, dude. Just wanted to be keeping manly.
Thanks for a good year.
Boom. So,
was it a lady teacher?
Yeah, lady teachers.
And
I think you do a honk.
Yeah, you do a ooga.
That's right. I know you're thinking, man, those two look funny.
And we agree, and so do our parents.
So we need to get some plastic surgery, and the only way we can afford that is if you listen to our full radio show every day live on KROQ or download the podcast.
Yeah, which is all free, so I don't really know how we're making money on that, because we get paid terribly.
Yeah, it's a really bad situation, which is why she's got on no makeup, and I'm wearing a shirt that I found in Lost and Found.
I am wearing makeup.
You are?
Yes.
Klein Alley Show. Text line is down today. I assume someone around here forgot to pay a bill. As a result, you can still call us, 800-520-1067. Phone line's open. You can also slide in the DMs at Klein Alley Show. And that is the best way to get involved. And I believe the net bangers are still chatting along. So today, if you've got opinions, things you need to say, need us to know about immediately, you can join us on YouTube as we're streaming live there, KROQ's YouTube, and let us know your thoughts in the comments so that we can make sure that you get included in the fabric of this show. But right now, text line is currently down. Apologies, you cannot text the show. We'll let you know if that changes. In the meantime, lots of ways to still get involved with us. We'll do your news now. Then a brand new hour of the show can officially begin with your pop quiz. We didn't even mention this, Alec, because we got so caught up talking about Coachella tickets coming up at 9 o'clock. We also have for you tickets to see Tom Segura at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium, November 20th. We'll get you into that show. And VIP tickets and parking to the Ducks of Anaheim. That's a game later this week. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Nothing better than knowing when you win something, you also win parking with that.
Oh my gosh.
It's the greatest.
Even if there was something that I hated and didn't really care to go to, if I got free parking.
Parking is key.
That's, make or break.
Someone could say, do you want to do blah, 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 and it comes with parking? I'm in.
Or do you want to do blah, blah, blah cool thing? Yeah, it doesn't come with parking.
Reconsider.
Or it's free parking. You can buy tickets. I go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. The thing you go to is almost the bonus. It's like the parking is the headliner as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, we'll get you into that coming up later today as well. Right now, though, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, lots of NCAA games over the weekend. The men's championship is tonight. The last two teams standing are the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars. And it kind of made me wish there would be a real matchup between actual Gators and actual Cougars. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Gators, I think, would win that one because they would pull the Cougar into the water and have their way with it.
And do you go animal Cougar or...
old lady Cougar? Sexy Cougar?
Yeah.
She would win because of the smell of Elizabeth Taylor White Diamond's perfume. It would be overpowering for the Gator.
The Gator would just roll over.
I think that... look, I think the Gators are going to win this whole thing. My bracket looked pretty great until Duke lost, and I feel like the Gators will be your national champions, but I got to go ahead and crunch some number. I didn't see what the spread is up until now.
I thought they would drag it out a little more. It seems Monday night
all of March.
I know, but Monday
April.
night seems like such a weird day for a finale.
They always have it that way because they do the Final Four this year. They're in San Antonio. They got the games on Saturday, and then of course today the big payday, the big payoff tonight. One shining moment. The cutting down of the nets. Oh, it's such a great tradition.
Well, in the women's, the NCAA championship is over. They did not wait. Unfortunately, UCLA got pummeled by UConn, and then they went on to win the championship. And there is a new, talented, very attractive WNBA prospect for people to get excited about. Move over Caitlin Clark. Her name is Paige Beckers. She's a tall blonde. She's apparently a UConn legend who now has a championship, obviously, to add to her record. And Caitlin Clark didn't have that. She will enter the WNBA draft early, foregoing her final year of college eligibility, and she is predicted to be the number one draft pick. And of course, I looked her up immediately because I always want to tell if they're gay or not. Caitlin Clark isn't, unfortunately, but Paige, to me, this is gay voice. Oh, hold on a minute.
That is gay voice. She's being silenced.
Gay voice.
That's gay voice for you.
Behind the scenes, there's so much work that goes into what we do, and there's just so much gratitude.
Why is that gay voice?
I can just tell.
You're so bad at it. Your gaydar is so flawed. Because you want everyone to be gay because you want to think you have a shot.
Of course I do. I just want more people on our team. It's a great team.
No.
But if you had any questions just based on that voice, listen to this.
How has he gotten the best version of Paige Beckers?
Yeah, he told me he loved me, and I told him I hated him. So
there you go.
All right. You're right. Spot on. Congratulations.
All right. It's been a dismal year so far in the theaters. Many movie theaters are trying to do a lot of different things to get your ass in the seat, and it hasn't really been working. But I guess all that needed to happen was a Minecraft movie. A movie about a group of misfits who are pulled through a portal into a cubic world and guided by an expert crafter named Steve, played by Jack Black. And the movie got horrible reviews. It only has a 48% on it, Rotten Tomatoes, but it was an unexpected hit over the weekend, and it grossed over $150 million in one weekend. And that Marvel movie, I think, only did like $80 million or something the first weekend.
I'm convinced that parents are so needing of a break from kids that any movie that they feel good about just putting on, if I put
it doesn't matter if it's good.
Doesn't matter. And I actually think if someone came out with a movie that just said a 4-hour movie that will keep your kids entertained, it doesn't matter what it's about. As long as everyone feels like they're not going to learn any bad words from it or have nightmares, they will go and it will do exactly this amount of number.
Yeah,
it will
that's
do millions
true,
in the box
but
office.
also it has to have some legs. Like, yes, I might go to the movies and watch it once, but my kid, I don't know about yours, he wants to watch something over and over and over and over and over again. And if it's tolerable, I will allow it. But if it's horribly bad and annoying, then I'm going to squash that real quick. So it has to be exciting initially for the kid, but it has to be long-term for the parent beneficial.
Listen, I'm just saying. Flashy screen, parents nap, kids enjoy. That would probably do $200 million box office opening weekend easy. We get into a brand new hour of the show. Perhaps the greatest hour of your life starts next.
KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. It's a brand new week full of possibilities, endless surprises, and yes, there's a lot of stuff happening in the real world that may put you in a bad mood, but you've come to a very happy escape for at least the next 3 hours together. Could result in you getting tickets to go to the desert this weekend for Coachella. Weekend one. Added to the lineup already where you had, Green Day and many others. Jimmy Eat World, you just heard a few moments ago on KROQ, will be there. And now added to the mix, Weezer over the weekend. And Ed Sheeran, by the way. But Weezer is the big draw as far as...
I was wondering why you hadn't mentioned Ed Sheeran yet.
Well, you're just going to have to wait to play till the sun goes down, obviously. Can't be out there in the desert with the sun up and that ginger hair. The guy's going to explode.
Guy knows how to write a hit.
That'll be your pyrotechnics for the event. But if you'd like to see some Weezer in the desert, you have that exciting announcement as well, plus all the surprises that seem to happen every year at Coachella. And we got your tickets coming up at 9 o'clock and sometime in the afternoon at 5 o'clock with the return of the great Kevin Ryder on KROQ. This hour on the show, Jake was back at the weed shop for some pop quiz action. As you know, he gets very excited approaching people as they leave with their discreet brown bag of goodies. And he said Friday is the greatest day to go because everyone's loading up for the weekend. So he
Sounds
said
so nice.
no
I really wanna
shortage
do
of
that.
people that were in and out of the weed shop in the middle of Hollywood that he was standing outside of. And as you know, Jake doesn't need fancy computers to do his production. He does it all himself.
Hey, it's Jake, and I'm at the pot shop, and I'm here to see if these potheads have time for a pot quiz. Yeah, pot quiz, yeah. Pew-pew, 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 pew-pew.
Man,
So
it's the same exact intro as his pit stop one.
same one. He doesn't decide to make new sound effects. He just uses the same noise he makes anyway.
At least he multi-tracked the last one.
I know.
Yeah.
You know?
This
Well, he
one.
has no energy. He's not eating anymore.
Well, let me hear the pit stop intro, because the pit stop intro makes me think that he put in less work or more work. What do you
I think more work on the pit stop, I think.
Oh, yeah. He
hold
put in a
on.
lot of work on the pit stop.
Here's the pit stop
That's
intro.
your pit stop, because he did. I think there are 5 or 7 layers of Jake there.
He layered himself, right?
Yeah.
But that wasn't necessarily something that we enjoyed. He just did it anyway.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You did?
Yes. I thought it was the best intro he's come up with.
No, let me see if this is it. Hold on. This could be Jake. I could be wrong here.
I'm here with.
My name's Kyle.
Oh, that's not Jake. Hold on. Where the hell? Jake, where's your pit check intro, dude? So bummed out.
Thanks, audio snack.
Looking for PC. Look for PC something.
Oh, great codes. Great
PC something.
PC
No,
something.
pit stop.
Wow.
It's PS.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This guy wants to be the audio sniper so badly, and yet he's so bad at
Let's
doing
play
it.
your intro
If
again.
I had access to the thing, I could have it right now.
You know,
Here
it
it
should
is,
be
here
called
it is.
pit stop intro.
It should be called pit stop intro.
That's
that
what
makes
Omar
sense.
calls every intro.
Here we go. This is PS.
Hey, it's Jake, and I'm on the streets of Los Angeles during the hottest day of the year, during the hottest time of the day, to see if people are willing to take a KROQ pit stop. Yeah, pit stop. Pit stop. Pit stop. Yeah, pit stop.
There's at
when-
least 3 Jakes there.
Yeah, that's when you had to smell people's armpits to see if they wore deodorant that day. So anyway, I have a feeling what we get into the pot quiz will be a lot more enjoyable, at least for him. So that's all coming up this hour on the show. Kick things off with DJ KROQ. We'll get to that coming up after 9 o'clock, but everything we say on the show, the good things, the bad things, the stupid things, the regrettable things, could all be questions as part of our Showchella quiz.
You know, I've tried a few different side hustles that have failed.
One of them was dyeing my friend's hair for a price, and it ended up being really not worth my time. I have also pitched the idea of buying a vending machine for the show that we could eventually make money off of.
No, you didn't pitch the idea. You stiffed us all on Christmas gifts one year because you said the Christmas gift you were going to get us was a vending machine, and we were all going to roll around
I got
in the
you
profits.
guys gifts because you weren't in on the vending machine idea. And then Shoeless Jay, said he was going to get us a vending machine because he has one at his house. I just haven't gotten it yet. And
Right.
it's a lot of money to move it, and then you have to find a good place to put it. And a lot of people on TikTok think that it's the best moneymaker ever. You can just put a vending machine somewhere and make money, but it's a lot more complicated.
Everyone
than
on
that.
TikTok is making, quote, $15,000 a month by putting in zero work. It's like if you look at that, if you landed on the planet tomorrow and you went there, you go, man, everyone it must be an effing millionaire because everyone on TikTok is happy and making $15,000 a month doing nothing.
I found one that I think is even easier, and I saw it at a birthday party this weekend. We have these friends that are rich. They had a party where they had like magicians and a caricaturist, and they had this one area where they had 2 small claw machines that you can rent. And they're little baby ones. They're very transportable. You can throw them in the back of a truck, even just like a long SUV. You could just fit them in there. They're not like giant size ones that you'd see in a bowling alley. They're like mini ones, and they fill it with a bunch of 50-cent toys,
Right.
Whatever, just easy things that, little stuffed animals, little Pokemon balls, whatever. The grabbers are good grabbers. They've even got those little gripper things at the end of them. So all the kids get to, for free, pick things out, and then you get all excited, and you can clear out the entire claw machine. Very exciting for the kids. And then at the end of the day, you just pick them up, put them back in your truck, and take them home. And wouldn't it be great if we could just buy a couple of claw machines, just rent them out every single weekend like people do with the bouncy houses. You fill them up with those stupid little toys that are like 50 cents each at the dollar store and make money every single weekend. All you got to do is drop them off and pick them up.
Ali, what you're saying is so stupid for so many reasons. Everything. You can insert anything there. All you got
photo booth. I've been there, done that.
Photo booth.
It's marketing.
It's a grind, and you got to
photo
find
booth that's way more complicated.
No, it's not.
You have
No,
to
it's
set
not.
up the payment system. You have
What?
to get
What
that
are you
little curtain.
No, what are you talking? It's all the same thing. You get a thing, and then if you can figure out a way to rent it out every weekend, you're fine. I saw something.
That's the problem.
Right. I saw this thing the other day. It said the best way to make money in 2025 is buy high-end portable toilets, outhouses, and rent them out at all these. And then they go, 90% of weddings happen outside, and they don't have enough bathrooms. So you got to get yourself a portable bathroom, and a portable bathroom costs about $35,000. But if you rent it out every weekend,
Okay,
you're
well,
going to
this
be
isn't $35,000. I don't know how much these things are, but a little claw machine is probably, $1,000?
So,
and then you're
also,
going to make...
You don't even know.
Your return, I mean, how much do you think they paid for these services? I would imagine maybe $500 for the day?
Totally.
But is that really worth your time?
But it's not
by the
any
way, Allie
time. All
doesn't
you do
value-
is drop it off and then pick it up 3 hours later.
Allie doesn't value her time. We've all learned this.
But here's the thing. I could even, once I make it, I could probably just get an Uber driver to go do that.
You
Here,
could have
Uber.
an
I'll
Uber
just
driver
put
to
Uber.
pick up the claw machine, set it up, drop it
Very
off.
presumptuous that you're going to
What
make
kind of shady ass business?
Set it up.
are
You mean
gonna-
plug it in? That's it.
Right, and then when there's any issue at all,
you need a handler
like
there,
the
just in
claws
case.
tangled, or one of the kids chokes on a stuffed
The
animal.
claw didn't get tangled. Those things are easy to pick up,
I
too.
hope you do that. Like every one of your other dumb ideas, I hope you do it. And
I will
can't
find
wait
a claw machine by the end of this show.
Great.
And I
Find
will,
one.
I
Buy
will
it,
think
find
about
it and buy
buying it.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to find out how quickly you lose money on this plan.
telling you.
I hope you do it. I really do.
Everyone was so excited. It was a smash hit at the party.
I get it. There's
Have
some.
you ever been to a birthday party where they had that?
No, but I know the feeling you get. I mean, I have a very addictive personality, so even just being at any arcade that has a claw machine, if I say I'm into this thing for 3 pulls and I'm done.
I'm looking at some mini claw machines
What'd you
here,
find?
and they start at $1,600.
Great.
So they're not too cheap.
And
But,
you're
Well, it's 3 parties. That'll be fine.
And how many people in this current economic downturn we're about to go through, /recession, /everything else, do you think are going to be renting?
Right, splurging on this.
Splurging for their kid's birthday party for
This
the $500
is
claw
our
machine.
year, guys, for the claw machine. And you know what? Rich people are always going to be rich people trying to throw ridiculously expensive parties for their kids. There's always
Yeah.
going to be a 7-year-old who's like, I want 2
But you
claw
got to be
machines.
in that circuit, man. It just doesn't come by easy.
I can't wait to see Allie putting up videos every week going, hey guys, all right, sale, claw machine sale. It's not going what I thought it was
Give
going
me
to do.
$50, I'll drop off the
It's
claw
$50, and you got to pick it up yourself and set it up yourself. I mean, it's going to be
do everything yourself.
Yeah,
You
do it
can't
all
deny
yourself.
the satisfaction
It's a
of I don't
DIY
have
claw.
to pay for this claw machine. I can keep trying. I'm going to keep trying and trying and trying until I get something, and then you do.
Why don't you just pour a pile of stuffed animals in their yard, and you can stand there with your arm and your hand in a claw shape, Allie, and people can put $1.
I want that at my party.
Put
Now
$1.
that's an idea.
Put $1 in Allie's mouth, and she'll
So
do it.
right next to the real claw machine.
Well, the first weekend of the Coachella Music and Arts Festival kicks off this weekend. Will bring hundreds of thousands of visitors.
Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Green Day, and Post Malone. People are on their way into the Coachella Music Festival.
All right, I want to see everybody jumping up and down. You ready? Welcome to
KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. This weekend and next weekend. Empire Polo Club in Neo. Listen to 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. Courtesy of Golden Voice. This is your last chance.
Weekday, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, The Prodigy, In Eat World, Joe, The Beaches, Lola Young,
Just Added, Weezer,
and more.
And listen all weekend as we broadcast live from Coachella with band interviews and more.
I am Nicole Alvarez. We're live at Coachella. Broadcasting live backstage at Coachella.
There's always possibility for it to go disastrously.
Warning, the following content may not be appropriate for all audiences. It definitely will not be visually appropriate, so if you are easily disturbed or perhaps you're in the middle of eating breakfast, I would not go to YouTube right now.
I would highly recommend going to YouTube right now.
Not checking out KROQ's live stream there, but you can listen as Allie shares with you some very intimate medical details about her body.
Klein, what is the best female body part of all time? What is the most searched term?
The brain.
No, come on. I know what your answer is. Just say it. Just, guys, stop. Stop pretending you care about our brains and hearts.
Guys, it's the window to the soul.
It's the tetas.
Allie, how dare you?
The boobies. The calcium cannons, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of names for the mammaries.
I think men and women would agree that by far female breasts are one of, if not the greatest thing on the planet.
I mean, even gay guys. They love to look at them, motorboat them, play with them. I love playing with them.
Yep.
It's great.
Play with your own, play with other people's.
Oh, my God. Sharing is caring.
Girls like to touch each other's.
So a doctor said that they would like to take an in-depth look at my breasts, my right one specifically, because of some... What is that sound you're making?
I thought that was in my head.
No, you said that out loud.
Oh.
Is that the wonky one?
No.
Sorry.
Well, they're both wonky for different reasons. Great question, Jake. But the
Wait,
right
is the
one...
doctor taking a look? Because is there like a freak show aspect to this? Or
This is, well, you know, there was a phone call made in the room
He's a fan
to
of
another
oddities.
person.
He loves oddities. He's a big...
Come see the freaks!
What is this doctor? Dr. Death? Hi, Dr. Death here. Welcome to my tent. Let's look at these oddities. Here's wonky boobs.
So I said, yes, of course. And it's my right one. It's my bigger one. And I said, no problem. They were going to do an ultrasound and take a real 360 view of the inside of my boob to see if everything was okay. And so I went in and I...
That's a cool image. I mean, you
oh
have
my
that.
God, I've never seen the inside of my boob before.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Such a fan of the outside. I never even thought about the inside.
I know. And so I get there. I've never been to this department, by the way, the breast department.
Whoa.
They have a whole department.
Is there like a wing at the hospital that's labeled the breast department?
Yes, there's a room called the breast department.
I'm going to steal that sign.
And then you walk in, and then they check you in, and then they take you from the regular waiting room to another smaller waiting room, and they say, okay, there's a little dressing room in here. Get undressed from the waist up. And you know how those gowns always open up in the back?
Yes,
They said turn it the other way so that it's open in the front.
Oh, nice.
And then go to the waiting room. I'm like, so I'm just...
Yeah.
Open.
You're ready to go.
Pretty much, yeah, ready to go for anyone to take pictures and looky out in the waiting room. So, can you stop with the sounds?
What sound?
You're making those vocally.
I am?
Yes.
I swear to God, it's in my head every time.
So I go to the waiting room, and I'm not alone. There's a lot of other women in there, you know, mostly older women. Put it this way, nobody was on their phones in the waiting rooms, and everybody was reading the magazines.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, not in my comfort zone, and on the walls are all of these, like, motivational, like, hey, survivor, you know,
right,
everything's
right.
cool. You're going to be great. And, you know, you're a woman warrior and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, man, this is a very weird experience. So I get brought in. They have me lay down on the table. They say, take your right arm out of the gown and then lay your arm up like Titanic style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like someo's going to take a nice hot picture of you.
That's not the pose you're doing. Does not match the words you're saying.
This is Titanic style.
No. You said that's a hot picture.
Yeah,
you think that's a hot picture pose you're doing?
Yes, because you get the silhouette
okay, got
of the
it. 'Cause
breast.
You're trying to show full everything.
Yeah,
side,
front,
got it.
everything.
Yep,
And
yep.
they're particular. Stop it.
That's going on in your head. Now you're thinking that too.
So they start putting splooge all over my boob.
It's definitely not called splooge.
And they have the splooge in the breast department.
Right.
So she starts going over every inch of my boob and showing me the different areas and of all the tissue inside. And then she starts going, and she's just not able to find what she's looking for. And then she goes, hold on a minute, and has to like check my chart again and figure out what she's supposed to be looking for, and goes back.
It's on the wrong boob.
This took like 10 minutes, to the point, guys, where I think she was indulging a little bit.
You think she was lingering?
I think she was.
Sure.
I mean, if she was going over the same areas over and over again.
It's so funny you say that because 626 texted before the story even began. Now what? The X-ray tech touched Allie's boob and she's going to claim she got hit on and he really wanted her?
I'm just saying all the other women were in and out really quickly, and
Right.
for some reason this took like 20 minutes.
Yep.
Then I said, is everything okay? You know, because it's taken a while. And she goes, yeah, it's fine. I'm just... we're going to go over these results with the doctor now. I'm going to make a phone call. There's a little phone in the room. And I'm like, how serious is this now that you have to make a phone call to the doctor in person? And she goes, okay, yeah, here's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'll tell her, I'll let her know. Hangs up and goes, so the results are inconclusive because we just don't know your breasts well enough yet. And what we need to do is we have to have exams more frequently.
Did you not tell them your boobykins?
So that we can get to know your breasts and know if this is just what they are supposed to look like or if this is some kind of anomaly.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so they gave us. So I was able to take a picture.
Hold this picture. Show the people enjoying on YouTube right now. Well,
this is the medical version of my boob.
Wow, you got good looking. What are those? X-ray
Good shape,
boobies?
right?
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, I think so too. This is again just the right one, and comparatively, I think individually my boobs are really great. Together, they don't make a lot of sense.
No,
it just seems
definitely...
like there's one boob that should be on one person, another boob that should be on another person.
Whenever you see a couple and you go, "How are they together as a couple?" It doesn't make sense to me. You know, that's like Allie's breast. But in this particular picture, the one you're showing right now,
this is my best angle. Who knew?
Who knew your best angle was internal? That is. All right, well, that's good. It's a good story, Allie.
So I think I'm okay, guys. If anyone was wondering,
it's a minor miracle. Someone said, "Apply this kill switch we've been talking about to Allie." All right, we can't do that. Streaming on YouTube. Also on your radio. We got pop quiz time as people were leaving the dispensaries ready to go on Friday for the weekend with their brown bag. Usually they staple that bag shut. That's their way of being like, you won't smoke this till you get to your car.
I know.
Put a staple on there.
They're like, no, you stop it now.
So we get Jake approaches these people as they're leaving to see if they are run-of-the-mill potheads or if they can answer some very basic questions. Up for grabs if you'd like to play the pot quiz with us today. Got tickets for you to go see the very funny Tom Segura Pasadena Civic Auditorium November 20th, which seems like a whiles away, but we will get you into that show. And then later this morning, we got some Anaheim Ducks tickets for you, VIP with parking, and then, of course, those Coachella tickets later on KROQ. But it's time for your pot quiz.
Hey, it's Jake, and I'm at the pot shop, and I'm here to see if these potheads have time for a pot quiz. Yeah, pot quiz, yeah. Pew-pew, 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 pew-pew.
It's time for the pot quiz. Pot with a T, not a P. We're gonna quiz you while you're high. Man, you got that red eye. It's time for the pot quiz. Pot with a T, not a P. Pot, 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 pot. Pot, 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 pot.
Say hi to Josh in Whittier that would like to play the pot quiz today, and I don't blame you, Josh. Good morning. How goes it?
What's up? Sweet
What's up, Sweet Divots? We're going to meet Jody right now. Jody, we're going to find out exactly what Jody was doing at the weed shop. Jake approached, and then we'll get to the question portion, and all you got to do is try to figure out if Jody will know the answers to any of these questions. Keep in mind, Jody, we do know that Jody loves pot, and the only question we ask every week in the pot quiz is how many grams are in an ounce. Outside of that, you never know what they'll be asked, so here we go.
What's your name?
I'm Jody. Nice to meet y'all.
Jody from where?
I live here in Hollywood.
Jody, are you high?
It's always good when...
I live here, right here on this bench.
I live right here, where we are doing this interview right now. And already laughing at Jake.
Jody, are you high right now?
Yes, I am. Just a little bit. Or a lot of bit. I don't know.
So, he's very high.
He got that question wrong.
He even got that wrong. Yes, I am. A little bit. Or a lot of bit. He's making up words.
What'd you have already?
So, I smoked this morning.
And what do you have in your hand right now?
This was the sorbet.
So, Jake, he's smoking right now. He's eating a edible.
He has this like huge fat joint in his hand.
Okay, got it. And he's already smoked in the morning, so he's just trying to keep that feeling going. And he's got those good Friday feels right there, especially good weather weekend like we had. Friday was nice.
And the weed's named after a good sounding food.
Right, this guy's got it all going on.
Yeah, I love the smell.
All right, we're doing a thing called pot quiz. I'm gonna ask you some random questions and see if we can get it right. Okay?
So you gotta help me. Do I got a phone a friend?
No.
All right.
So he's not happy. He's already...
The questions haven't started and he wants to phone a friend.
Yeah, he hasn't even gotten a question yet. So here we go, Josh. The way the pot quiz works is he's given 2 questions at a time, and you just got to predict whether or not he will get these right. If Josh can get a score of 3, we'll say Josh wins, all right? So, Josh, you just got to get a score of 3, and 3 right before you get 3 wrong, and you win. If not, we'll just go ahead and give these tickets away to someone listening now on KROQ, so here we go.
All right, whose face is on the $10 bill?
Josh.
What do you think?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. This guy was nervous already. He wanted to phone a friend out of the gate. He's very high and is holding a giant sorbet blunt in his hand, and here we go.
All right, whose face is on the $10 bill?
Andrew? Is it Andrew Jackson?
Wow.
With not a lot of confidence. That is correct.
I'm surprised.
Did he have someone yell the answer at him, Jake, though, or no? Because if he did, he did not. You sure?
I'm sure.
All right. He made a noise that made me think there's no...
Who'd you say? Andrew Jackson?
Andrew... Is it Andrew Jackson? Am I right or wrong? I don't know. Too high.
It's not Andrew Jackson.
Who's on the $10 bill?
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, see, I don't know either. All right.
I was like, I think that's right.
I haven't seen cash in so long right now.
Well, people don't really use $10 bills that much.
So that's like, honestly, of all the bills, I feel like that one is the one that gets used the least.
So which one is Andrew Jackson on?
I guess he would be
None
on...
of them?
No, I guess he'd be on the 20. I think. I don't even know.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Jake, these questions are too hard for me, and I'm not even stoned right now. All right, well, good job, Josh. You said he wouldn't know. He didn't know. Then there's this
Jack's on 20.
There's this follow-up question right now.
Whose face is on the box of Lucky Charms?
I mean, that's a gimme, right? You think a pothead like this has got to know that.
Oh, of course. That's got to be common knowledge. More than a $10 bill.
I could see this guy getting it wrong somehow, though. He's leaving a weed store. He just was able to give us the face of the guy on the $10 bill, but can he give us the face of the guy on the Lucky Charms box? And are we looking for Lucky the Leprechaun or just any leprechaun will do?
I think any leprechaun.
All right. Do you think he'll know this one, Josh? Or you think he's going to say the Trix Bunny? I could see him saying that. Getting all confused.
Yeah, I'm going to say he will.
All right. Josh says he will know it. Here we go. Question 2.
Whose face is on the box of Lucky Charms?
It's the leprechaun.
All right. That is correct. So there you go. 2 right.
You didn't say the leprechaun.
Did you say leprechaun? Go to question number 2 now.
Finish this quote. 7 years ago.
Will he finish one of the most famous quotes in the history of the English language, 7 years ago? Will he get the next part of that, yes or no?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to say yes.
All right. Show me the rest of that quote. Here we go.
7 years ago. Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, but finish the quote.
He did not finish the quote. He gave us who said the quote, which is impressive.
That's good.
That's all I know from it.
Finish this quote.
So he did not get that right. So now you've gotten 2 right and 1 wrong. It's a race to 3. And now let's see if he can finish this one, the second quote that Jake gives him.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening.
Pizza.
So hold on. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening. Now this, of course, is a old school, I think it's a Bagel Bites commercial,
pizza
right?
at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
This is like one of the classy jingles. I mean, this is why I wish more people had jingles.
This is one of the best
like
jingles
this.
of all time.
Listen.
In the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza bagel.
All right, it's a great song, but will he be able to finish this lyric? He did not get the rest of the Abe Lincoln quote, but can he give us this?
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening.
Will he be able to give us pizza at supper time?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Yes, you say yes. Here we go. Let's find out. You need this now. Here we go. He's gotten 2 right, 1 wrong.
Pizza every day. Or all the time. Pizza all the time.
Oh.
Pizza eat every day.
Pizza eat
all the time.
That's a great slogan,
Pizza
too.
Eat.
Pizza every day. Or all the time. Pizza all the time.
Pizza you all the time. That is not correct. We cannot
Pizza eat all the time.
So now, unfortunately, you've gotten 2 right and 2 wrong, and it will all come down to this one. Here we go.
What is the capital of Brazil?
Oh.
No.
All right. You say no. If you're wrong, it comes to an end. Allie, what is the answer we were looking for?
Brasilia.
Brasilia is the capital of Brazil?
Mm-hmm.
I would not have known that.
Really?
Would not have known. Here we go.
A lot of people say Rio.
What is the capital of Brazil?
Sao Paulo? Is it?
What is the capital T in THC?
So he did not get that right. So congratulations. You said he would not, Josh, and you are a winner of the pot quiz.
Sweet.
You're going to go see
Thank you
Tom
guys so
Segura.
much.
Thank you very much. Allie, you think he'll know what the T in THC stands for as a follow-up?
Ooh, that's a long word. I don't know. I think even if he knows it in his head, he'll screw up the delivery.
Capital, I don't know. I know THC is cannabis.
You got that right. That's a beautiful
That's another
thing
jingle
right there.
on the way.
This guy's a on-the-fly jingle maker.
What's it called when a plant turns CO2 into oxygen?
All right, this is just for us now. What's it called when a plant turns CO2 into oxygen?
That would be photosynthesis.
You think he'll get that one?
Yeah, I think he will.
Everyone sounds smart when they say photosynthesis. Try to work it in any conversation today. People will assume you're a genius. Here we go.
Hold on, say it again.
What's it called when a plant turns CO2 into oxygen?
CO2 into oxygen. Isn't that carbonation?
Oh, no.
Or oxygenation? I'm trying to think. I'm perusing. CO2
I'm
into
perusing.
oxygen. You can't turn CO2 into oxygen.
Oh, it's a trick question.
That's a trick question.
You cannot do that.
O2. Oh, you're just removing the carbon. So, isn't that just carbonation? Right? No? See, this is where I need to start reading more. Oh, I know it.
Hold on.
By the way,
he knows
I
it.
know it.
I need to know the words.
What's it called when you smoke in the car with the windows up?
Hotboxing.
There
See,
you go.
you got that one. No problem there. All right, there you have it. Pop quiz. Congratulations. Coldplay time, Kara. Later this morning, you'll hear what happens when I attempt to hit on an AI robot. It is a game through Tinder that allows you to see if you're any good at flirting and could you pick up someone in random situations. On Friday, we got to hear Allie attempt to pick up. Where were you guys again? You were at
We were at a music venue in Miami, I believe.
That's right. You were at a music venue and you tried to pick up a woman and it was all friendly until you really tried to escalate the conversation and she told you, I'd like to keep this as a friendship.
I hit her too hard.
You hit her too hard too quick. So let's see how I do today when I get to go one-on-one with a real-life robot.
If you told your wife that you were doing this, would she consider this cheating if you were flirting with an AI?
You know, it's so interesting because what is being considered cheating?
Well, there's this new, micro-cheating. I've heard that term
New
before,
term.
But there are some criteria that are listed under micro-cheating now that seem to me completely ridiculous.
I would argue,
I don't consider any of these things to be cheating.
I would argue that if this is cheating, then every single person is currently cheating.
Yeah, I would.
If micro-cheating, which is different than, it used to be very cut and dry. It was like, if we're together and you sleep with someone else or hook up with someone else, without me knowing, that's cheating.
That's cut and dry
It was cut and
cheating.
dry cheating. And now there are so many shades of gray where it goes, well, we didn't really cheat, but it was an emotional affair, or we...
I get that, too, even being cheating. The fact that you are... I mean, it's not like you said, a cut and dry cheat, but it's, hey, I was hoping to develop a relationship with this person. I was talking to them back and forth, expressing feelings of like, or in some cases love. That to me feels like you are getting involved with another person. But
and then we hear all these stories, by the way, that everyone's got a plan B. Someone's got a backup ready to go. More women than guys, I think, but I guess it's true for both. But that a lot of women have a plan B on the ready. I think something like 70% of women have a backup in case their current relationship doesn't work out. They already kind of know where their plan B is going to go. And if you don't have a plan B, you start thinking maybe I should start laying the groundwork for my plan B, which is, I think, a dangerous, slippery slope if you're going to be in a committed relationship to start playing around, because I think that you sometimes things escalate past the point where you think they're going to escalate.
Oh, yeah. Matty Mullery is Katie's backup.
Oh, she's got a backup ready?
Oh,
and you
yeah.
already
He
know?
was the guy that her parents wanted her to marry when she was in like high school or something.
Does she still talk to him?
No, I think he's married with children, but I think she just said she would figure it out.
Listen to this. These are the new, I guess, classifications of micro cheating. And micro cheating is, I guess, the new buzzy trend that's going on. But apparently it is affecting a lot of relationships. And for some, some people are taking this as just as bad as actual cheating.
It's now anything that involves a behavior you can't or wouldn't talk about openly with your partner, including lingering too long to talk to a coworker, sharing personal details about your own relationship, and then not telling your partner about those conversations, or even dressing up if you know you're going to see somebody in particular.
If you know you're going to see someone that you kind of think is cute or
and you're
whatever,
like, I'm going to look cuter.
I want to dress up more because I want to look the best version of myself.
Right. Like when I was out for maternity leave and Crystal B was in here and you were like,
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go to the gym. And you
Right.
were like all dressed up for your little
I wasn't
gym
dressed up.
outfit.
I didn't dress up any different than I do normally. I wore the same stupid stuff I wear in here all the time. I almost just cursed. I think I just cursed. I'm not sure if I just said that full word or only part of the word.
I would argue that you're getting flustered and defensive right now.
Okay, here we go.
When have you had to press the dump button for yourself?
Lately, because we do the Showtime podcast where we swear a lot, it is getting harder and harder for me to not swear during this show. And I do find the FCC rule about us not being able to swear a little bit rudimentary at this point.
Yeah.
I think we should move past it.
But the point is you changed your behavior around her.
How so?
You went to the gym and just to be around her, to be behind her while she was doing these
Every single day.
I didn't know.
Johnny goes to the gym. You don't go with him.
I have gone with Johnny to the gym, actually.
Not every single day like you did with Crystal B.
I didn't know that we even had a gym, to be honest. And then it was brought to my attention, there's a gym downstairs and any of us can use
But
it.
you would not have gone if Crystal B didn't go.
She was motivating.
She was bouncing up and down, and you wanted to be there for her.
She kept saying, she was peer pressuring me to go to the gym. I'm going to the
By
gym.
the way,
Come on.
also, like Crystal B is one of those people that really is motivating and positive.
She's motivating and
all that.
positive.
And she tries to pump you up, but she also has them things.
Be around all you negative dicks
She
all
also
day.
has them things.
Omar's right. Omar's right. So, but the next step of the.
Did you tell your wife that you were going to the gym with Crystal B every day?
I've told her since. Yeah, since I've told her.
Okay.
I didn't tell.
And you said there's a very attractive woman.
I didn't go into what she looked like or anything like that. I just said sometimes I'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to be a little later today. I'm going to go to the gym," and she would just laugh and thought it was a joke.
Right, but if
she didn't think I really went to the gym.
Would you tell her about that conversation that you had with that girl? Because you had a text conversation, a very flirtatious, sexy conversation with a girl that was a wrong number.
Yeah, it was a wrong number, and then
which was definitely a sex bot, but you think it was real.
It was not a sex
and
bot.
you even deleted the text conversation and said, if my wife ever finds this, she would be very upset.
Yeah,
That's micro cheating.
I told her about that. That's not micro cheating.
What do you mean? That's literally with the definition that we're talking about.
The definition of micro cheating, based on this new article that came out, is if you are doing stuff where you are interacting with someone on social media, like liking pictures of someone, then commenting on those pictures, starting kind of almost a side relationship with the person.
Is that
what
you're
you
doing?
did with this lady, with the robot lady?
That was a one-time
over
thing.
text and not social media, so it's not.
It was a wrong
you
number.
You are getting very
It was
defensive.
a wrong number from a bachelorette party that came to my. Now when I say it out loud, it sounds like it was a sex bomb. and I was playing around, but I wasn't. I just wanted to
Playing
see
around.
every
Yes.
time I get a wrong text message to me, regardless if it's someone trying to buy a loaf of bread or someone who asked if I know
A
where they're
loaf of bread?
I
What
get,
are you?
I get wrong text messages
Great
all the time.
Depression?
I play with every time I get a wrong text message. I play with the person. I think it's funny. For me, it's funny. So now I'm being accused of being a micro cheater. That's crazy.
Why would someone wrong text you about a loaf of bread?
I'll show you my phone. I got them. Someone said, like, can I come by and pick up the bread later? And I was like,
sourdough or what kind of bread?
Of course, and I have fun. I don't just say, sorry, wrong person. I go, how long? I'm gluten-free. Why would you do this to me? And then they write back, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were gluten-free, Tom. And I go, well,
okay,
you don't know.
But for example, there's a beautiful girl that works over at the news department. She comes in here and she makes herself breakfast, and all of us are like, hey, what's up? And we don't do that to anybody else.
You're right. We don't. You're absolutely right. It is
Or what
flawed.
she got for breakfast today.
There are certain people, when I'm stuck in an elevator
We're
here,
all lingering.
that I am thrilled to be stuck in the elevator with, even though it's only for a floor. And then there's other people where I'm like, God damn, this gross weirdo. And that's when Allie's in the elevator with me.
That's right.
So that is apparently the new trend.
Yes, but I don't consider that cheating, and I think it's perfectly natural to do all those things. And I know you do too, Klein, because you do them.
I can't believe that. Can we get Crystal B back here when you go on your spring break trip? That's what I'm saying.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Think of it. Am I a terrible person because of something I tried to do to salvage Mother's Day yesterday? Allie, here. And I ask you, and I know you probably, Omar's going to say I'm a terrible person, regardless of if I even tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
You, Allie, will potentially have my back. You're the only one. Everyone else.
That's what you said?
You want to hide the finger? That's what I wrote on the card.
You've got my back.
She didn't like it.
I don't know what you're about to say, but I do know that you were working very hard in Vegas to try and have something set up.
I had a thing set up.
So I even without knowing what it is, I kind of do have your back because I know you were making an effort.
Did you end up flying out earlier too on Sunday morning?
Yes.
So that
You
we
did,
could be with our families.
We
Yes.
ended up doing maybe the greatest sacrifice you can do, and I include anything a soldier has ever done.
Waking up still drunk.
Waking up at 5 a.m. to get on the first flight out so you can get. I mean, I'm telling you right now. Listen.
That's love.
That means that even just knowing you have that thing hanging over your head, there's nothing better than that later in the day flight out of Vegas where you're like, great, I'll wake up at my leisure. I'll have a nice bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, the only clock that's ticking in your mind is the checkout clock. Got to check out by 11.
Got to be up by 11, or better yet, do that thing where I call and go, check out, and they're like, they go like, what'd you say?
All right, fine, just room service.
And you go, no, okay, I'll just eat chicken fingers. That's a good. I like that compromise with the extended checkout call you make in a hotel because they're so locked in. Every once in a while, you get someone that has a little gray area, but usually they're like, there's nothing we can do. Checkout's at 11. We are fully committed, and people have to be in the room, and they got to start cleaning it right away. But you know that's not going to happen because they got a couple carts per floor. And then you kind of do that whole, you play hardball with them, and occasionally they're like, all right, 11:30, and you're like, you feels like
you got like, oh my god, I have 30 extra minutes. I'm going to go back to sleep.
Yeah, it feels so. You're on the phone with them 3 hours to get that extra 30 minutes. Totally worth it. So I decided I had some reservations for dinner for yesterday, which are not easy to get. It's like Valentine's Day. I don't like doing it because it's like you feel like you're kind of a sucker.
Of course, yeah. And then the prices are always double or triple. And then there's even less options. If it's a brunch, absolutely. There's like 3 things on there you can pick from.
If any restaurant is offering some sort of something with mimosas, you just got to go somewhere else because you can tell they're really going to stick it to you.
As a mom, I just want to say I hate mimosas.
Good. Let's put an end to that. So I had some dinner reservations, and I never make just one. You would think one is more than enough, but I don't know.
You had some backup ones.
I don't know what you could be in the mood for. So I want a couple different styles of food.
Wait, what? What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask your wife, hey, where do you want to go on Mother's Day, and then make the reservation for that place?
I should have done that. In retrospect,
Okay.
I just said,
what are you doing here? How many reservations?
3. I had 3.
3?
Yeah, and all
at different times or all
Holy
at the same
crap.
time?
all different times, Allie, because I didn't know that was why I did it that way. I said I don't know if she's going to want to go to kind of one of those like early ones where the kids are involved. You know, I guess you got to bring the kids. It's Mother's Day. She's not my mom. She's my wife.
Yeah.
So I did an early one, and then I did a slightly later, but then I did like one that was quote like she would think was like a special. You know, certain
I
restaurants.
wish she had said she wanted to go to all 3.
Is your wife the type that likes it, a day all about her? Because there's, some wives that are like, just a quick dinner in bed. I'm all good. Let's get about our own business.
Here's how every woman is.
Go on. I
They-
can't wait to hear this.
I'm going to stop my sentence.
I would
right now.
love to go down on you for Mother's Day.
No. That's right. No, Allie, it's all the same. Here is I'm not going to give you anything I want. You try to figure it out, but whatever you figured out is not exactly what I want. So now you have to
So not true.
improvise
No.
and come up with a plan B or C.
You're talking about your wife
Well,
specifically.
okay, that's
because
how
the
she is.
people that I know, several of my friends that are in fights with their husbands today
Yeah.
and all through yesterday because they did not even say Happy Mother's Day to their wives.
Really?
No, nothing. Just a regular ass day, and also, oh, I'm tired. Can you clean up? Can you do this? Can you do that? And they eventually were just like, F you, dude. It's Mother's Day.
Do they
You
have
can't
kids or no?
Yes, they have kids.
Because I mean, not all women get to celebrate Mother's Day. Can we be honest with that?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a lot of-
you mean like every woman, even if they're not a parent?
Well, I'll put it this way. We had someone that reached out and said that they were doing something special. And we're like, does she have kids? And my wife's like, she has 2 dogs. I'm like, that doesn't count. She doesn't get Mother's Day. 2
No,
dogs.
absolutely not.
So what is that about?
So what? She's taking herself out, or she was expecting everyone else to join her?
No, she was doing something special for herself because it's Mother's Day and she has 2 dogs.
Well, I mean, no one else is going to do it.
Didn't our boss send an email over the weekend?
Oh, I saw that. To the fur moms or whatever.
Oh,
the
gosh.
furry
Shut up,
moms
boss.
or something like
Fur,
that.
I'm sorry, there's no fur moms that are included in this, dude. No,
I'm a pretty lady.
it's way more difficult to raise a human being.
So long and short of it is I land yesterday. I get back pretty early. And I think to myself, between the airport and my house, I'm going to probably see 50 people on the side of the road selling flowers, which is great because all I got to do is buy some flowers. I didn't see anyone selling flowers yesterday. And I was like, I got to.
That's crazy because there were so many on the way to the airport on Friday.
I saw them everywhere.
Oh my god!
I don't know how I couldn't see them, and I kept going. If I turn down this street, there's got to be someone selling flowers. Got to be someone selling. No one stopped at a place that had flowers. They said everything they had there was reserved already. Every flower was reserved. So I said, is anyone not going to pick them up? Can I buy a?
Why didn't you make a reservation for those?
I made all the wrong reservations. Desert 3 days of all the bands, including Green Day, and just added Weezer, plus many, many, many others. So just keep listening and win them tickets. We'll get to your ADD news after MGMT right here on the world famous KROQ. Good morning. get into a brand new hour of the show next as we get closer and closer to your Coachella tickets for this weekend in the desert. But first, what's happening in the world? Time for your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Well, if you looked at the news at all over the weekend, it was probably a little bit panic-inducing. The stock market has taken a crap pretty much every day since Friday. Not just in the U.S., global stocks are plummeting as well. 50 different countries were calling in trying to negotiate these tariffs. And though Trump promises in a year, guys, this is all going to be great, people are already panic buying. They are trying to load up on as many things as possible before prices go up because they believe prices will go up on everything. Apple has said that people are already panic buying iPhones right now because they imagine that the prices for that are going to skyrocket because so many of the parts come from overseas. And now is, I guess, probably a good time to buy a car before that goes up because experts now say that the chances of a recession are up to 60%. Katie asked me yesterday, she was like, what are we going to do about the tariffs? I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
She's like, what do we do? I was like, I think we can just stay with what we're doing. But then when I went to DIY, I panic bought zucchini plants. I was like, I guess we'll start growing our own food.
Smart. That'll solve it.
Yep.
That'll solve it.
Zucchini all day, baby.
So I planted zucchini over the
Great.
weekend.
That'll be your answer.
I was like, we need to be self-sufficient, I guess.
Problem
Even
solved.
though I do not have a space big enough to have any kind of a vegetable garden, they would probably either not.
What a terrible plant to pick of all the ones you're
Yeah,
going
right?
to use.
Zucchini? Really?
God damn, that is so useless.
I only bought them because they're supposed to be the easiest vegetable to grow.
Yeah, you'll mess it up.
I got zucchini and tomatoes.
Oh, well, the future looks bright over your house, regardless.
But the problem with doing that is, there are a lot of people that will grow their own stuff and, these are from my garden. But you always get nothing, and then 1,000 of one thing.
Right.
How's your lemon tree doing, by the way, that you planted it in the exact terrible spot?
Well, they're still just the same 2 lemons on it.
Uh-huh.
And
how's that rock garden you built for your kid to play in?
That's thriving.
Okay, great.
Actually, I think the wood is rotting.
Yeah, it looked bad from the beginning.
No, the lemon tree I did plant in a corner that apparently is not good.
It's too shady.
It's too shady, and it's getting too much water. There's a lot of problems with it, but I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to have to move that.
It's a good thing Allie decided to plant 2 things that we couldn't possibly grow here in America. They'd have to be imported from tariff countries, you dumb idiot. It's good, yeah. I'm so sick of all these Canadian zucchinis we're not going to be able to get. Idiot.
All right, let's talk about somebody who did have a good weekend, and that would be Jack Black. Not only did he have a very successful movie in the box office with Minecraft, he had a very successful appearance on SNL. And if you're a fan of My Chemical Romance or Jack Black, or if you were ever that weird goth kid in high school forced to go on vacation with your family, you will relate to the new sketch Goth Kid on Vacation, which Jack Black is in. And when times are tough, you have nowhere else to turn. At least you can stop and laugh at that random goth kid on vacation who hates warm climates and dresses in full black and combat boots while trying to tolerate his family in Jamaica. And this comes complete with Jack Black impersonating My Chemical Romance because, let's face it, they are definitely goth kids grown up. Here's a piece of it. Hold on, let me find it here. Boop-a-doop.
On vacation, just want to get on vacation. We know we're bathing suit, we wear big black jeans. He wear no sandal, he got your combat boots on your beach.
He no want no jet ski, he no swim with no dolphin. He wants sit in the hotel lobby, look at photos of his big bone girlfriend.
Goth kid on vacation. She's here, Goth kid on vacation. We don't have no goth kid on vacation.
And then
when I was a young boy, my parents took me down to Jamaica for my high school spring break. They said come to the pool, but I stayed in the room with my graphic novels so I could masturbate. Cause I'm a goth kid on vacation.
good stuff, isn't it?
Goth Kid on Vacation. Shout out to you.
Everyone has seen that kid, though, when you're on vacation, and then you're like, oh, this kid is having such a bad time, and
Well,
he's
he
being
doesn't
forced
like
to
the
be
sun.
here. And they're
He
like,
doesn't
what do you
like
want to
the
do
sun.
next? And they're like, go home.
Yeah,
I want to
we'll
go
get
home.
outta
This is
here.
stupid.
This trip is not cheap. You understand that?
I know. Come on, enjoy yourself,
I don't
damn
want
it.
to be here to begin with,
Go
Dad.
live your life. All right, a lot of people are talking about White Lotus finale, but let me tell you.
I didn't see it yet.
I'm not going to tell you.
Don't
I
tell
already
me.
did.
I'll tell you, I looked it up.
Don't tell me what happened.
Tell me, Jake.
Jake looked it up just so he
Don't
could
tell me. I'm avoiding it today. I'm going to see when I get home.
Something happened to Bucktooth Girl?
Oh, my God. Guys.
I think his name's Ricky.
I don't want to hear this.
Who's Rick?
Taking my headphones off. And you thumbs up when you're done with this story.
No. I'm going to talk about the show Severance, which I have not seen, but there's something that happens on that show to a very well-known character, and they did a study about it. They figured out 35% of people would willingly undergo this medical procedure where you would sever your work memories from your personal life. And I guess that's a procedure that happens in the movie, but think about it. If you could separate your work life, whatever, TV show, if you could separate your work life from your personal life, just completely separate them, and there's no thought or memory between either one, would
That'd be
you do
great.
that?
Yeah.
I thought that would be awesome. But
think
then
people-
if you're like on the way home and you're thinking of an idea for something, or you're like, oh crap, I have to send that email, you know, your brain is still kind of tapering off from work before it gets into like, hey, here's my home life. And if that just completely cut off, how would that change
The imbalance-
your career and what you were able to do?
More now than ever before, I believe there is such an imbalance and blending of what you do for your job and your side hustle and everything else, and people are reachable constantly, and you're getting email alerts around the clock. Boss needs to tell you something at 3 o'clock, on a Saturday. They're not gonna hold that till Monday morning or whatever. They're gonna send you a text 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, but you know what? I also think that it's because we all have ADHD brain at this point, because of the way we consume content
Yep.
and the way we learn. So if you think, oh, I have to text this person something, you're not thinking, well, I'm going to schedule that and write it down and send it at an appropriate time. You're never going to remember that. You don't have the attention span. So you got to just send it now. We are all immediate.
Yeah, so I think there was an operation you could separate that. I would also like to separate a family Klein versus not family Klein. I'd like to
Versus
separate
Cabana Klein?
Cabana Klein. He's always having a good time. Cabana Klein. He doesn't come out very often, but when the weather's like this,
You can
you're gonna-
separate all the parts of yourself, Klein.
Great. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now. Make it the greatest hour of your life. Here we go.
Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Just after 8 o'clock, less than an hour, we give you a quiz that could change everything, get you to Coachella. Hopefully you've been paying attention to today's show. Don't know if you have or have not been, because the text line here at KROQ is down. Who knows if it'll ever get back up. I assume we'll figure it out by the end of today. If you need us in the meantime, you can slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show. You can use the GOAT line, 844-956-GOAT. Or better yet, you can call us live at 800-520-1067. I'm Klein. That's Allie right there. Nice to meet you.
Morning.
You got the Postmaster Johnny in the back taking your calls with Vanessa. And then the audio sniper, known as DJ Omar Khan.
Hey.
And in the back room, there he is, the one-time fat but now thin Jake the Nerd.
Jake the Nerd,
lost
Oh, that's crazy.
7 pounds. In fact, you have a nice message waiting for you on the GOAT line to encourage you. This is regular show listeners, perhaps the greatest fans of the show, the Bud Light Bros.
What's up, Klein Alley? It's the Bud Light Bros. Man, you guys are growing faster than a cancer cell. Your YouTube numbers are growing. Your IG numbers are growing. And we loving it.
These guys were there from the very beginning. They listened to the show for 2 days before they decided to tattoo our logo on their neck and breast because they were that big of fans of the show.
Oh, hey, what do we have to do to get our car emblem?
Oh, yeah, the car emblem. We started. Did we post a new video of the guy that turned his Infinity into a Klein Alley Show mobile? That guy, is that posted?
No, I just sent it to you
Oh,
guys.
post that up. I really appreciate that. The emblems have started to go out, and people are...
Great
everyone's-
video. Guy takes off the emblem with the dental floss or
Yep.
fishing line or whatever
But
it is.
it's actually a girl car.
Yeah, Allie, don't be so
boy did it.
sexist. The girl car. You got to check out the rim
It
rash.
was a girl that did that to her car.
You have
Yeah.
to check out the rim
That's how you can tell.
Can we go in studio and pick it up? Since you guys can't mail it, because you guys don't have any postage money.
I don't even think that the Bud Light Bros are allowed to get into their own vehicle without blowing into a tube first to start it. I feel like those guys, I don't even know if our emblem could go on their car.
Hey, that's a good idea for a bit. The Bud Light Bros storm the studio and hang with you guys. That sounds cool.
If we have any more of those metal badges, that's not really an idea for a bit right there. That's just them inviting themselves over.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
Does sound cool.
Oh, and that, we know we call you a 10 and all, but on Friday shows, you were looking kind of haggard.
What?
Oh, man.
What happened?
They thought
Where
you
did
looked...
the love guy.
They thought you looked haggard on Friday's show. Why did Allie look so haggard on Friday's show? I don't remember.
You were looking kind of like Kibby, but she a 10 too, so it is what it is.
Jake's dog's a 10 and you're a 10. Their rating system is all out of whack.
Oh, and Omar, this one's for you. Wakina Wakanda. And since the Bud Light Bros are bilingual, we were able to decipher what that means. And I think it says, Mi cuello es largo y frente es enorme, which translates to, I got neck for days and a big-ass forehead.
They've really turned on you, Allie. The Bud Light Bros used to love you. You were their queen, and now they've really turned on you.
I think, they love long necks and big foreheads.
Oh, is that their thing?
That's their taste.
That's what Allie's saying right there.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, hashtag grow the show.
Thank you.
Bud Light Bros. It is what it is. Sweet divots. Oh, and Jake, you were funnier when you were fat. Sweet divots.
Oh, my God. This guy.
God.
Damn, they're taking shots.
I thought they were fun drunks.
We're getting roasted by the Bud Light
This
Bros.
is crazy.
Get into a brand new hour of the show right now. March Madness next. Tonight is the last game of March Madness. We'll figure out who is your college champion, and will it be the University of Florida Gators or The Cougars. Houston, that is the question.
And you said it was going to be the Gators. That's your pick?
I think it'll be the Gators. Yes, I do. I just feel
You
like...
want to bet money on that? I know nothing, and I've not watched 1 second of any of the games.
All right, I'm interested. Where do you want to go?
You know what? Because I'm feeling lucky today, I'll do $50.
5-0?
Yeah.
All right. 50. No spread? Just straight up winner?
Yeah, because I don't understand the spread.
All right. That's $50. Straight up winner. This is exciting now. How about loser has to do the show tomorrow, no pants on? Sans pants. No pants, no undies.
How's that a win for you?
Yeah, which of us has to not wear the pants?
The loser has to wear no pants.
And you'll be happy with me in here and with no pants on?
No, that's right. I lose either way. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I was thinking about more for the YouTube audience, really.
Well, also, how are they going to see that I'm not wearing pants?
You can't show that stuff on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen the panty haul videos?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's right.
Whoever loses has to make a panty haul video.
Regardless.
Oh, that's great.
Well, how does that
I would
work?
watch that all day.
How does the panty haul video work? Hold on. What, is that? Those are the things that Omar watches, where it's like people trying on different underwear.
Yes, it's great. Hey, who knew that existed on YouTube?
Panty haul.
It's a loophole that we all needed.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So the loser of our bet has to post a panty haul video of them trying on. I wouldn't do panties for me. I would do underwear.
All right, I don't think we should do the $50 anymore.
$50 seems very low. I'm not doing panties. Not doing a panty haul video.
Well, you can do your own version of panties.
We still got guys. We have a meeting after the show today with the lawyer about the nipple ring. Still, we still got to deal with that. I now got to throw in this panty haul thing in the
We
mix.
don't got panty lawyers.
Well, we don't. You're right. We don't have panty lawyers. The reason we bring up March Badness is because we have to figure out right now who is the worst person of the entire year. And since I would argue the lawyers here at Odyssey would win this thing, unfortunately they're not in the bracket. We have whittled this down for the past few weeks now. And we have the winning worst person in all 8 brackets to share with you. We will post the final bracket, and we must determine in the next 24 hours who will be the winner of March Badness 2025. And as you know, we've covered all of the different types of the world that, you find bad people. Social media, the airplane.
Roommates.
Co-workers.
Airplanes,
and
yeah.
this is what we have for you right now. This will all be posted. If you haven't filled out a bracket yet, don't worry. You still have time. This will go up later today on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show. In the first bracket, Allie, and making their way to these are the 8 finalists that will all be competing. These are all winners of their respective brackets.
They're going to win, battle it out for worst
person of the year. So in the first bracket, you have in the worst coworker. The winner of that was the reply all, the person that replies all to every email, even ones that don't apply to everyone.
And I have never met that person in this office, and I never want to.
No one ever wants to. And
I know who they are, but I've never met
They're
them.
battling the winner from the worst texter bracket, which is the person that texts one word text per word, a cascader. Everything, they don't just send a well-written couple
one text
of lines.
per thought.
It's
yeah.
Every thought is one text.
So
I
annoying.
text, will text, be text there. It's like, just get it together. That person is the worst texter. That was a runaway in that bracket.
Yeah.
They'll be battling it out. The next bracket in this region is in the roommate bracket. The worst roommate is the person that has basically a rent-free live-in boyfriend or girlfriend.
That's tough because I knew that one would win, and I was that person.
That person won the worst roommate bracket, and they'll
Yeah.
be battling from the kid bracket, the loud kid on airplane/in restaurant. The annoyingly loud kid that just ruins everyone's day, and they beat out the creepy kid that just sneaks up and is creepy, but for whatever reason, that is the winner. So let's see who moves on in that bracket. As we move over to the other region right now, in the worst couple bracket, you have this is the worst social media bracket. You have the couple appreciation post. They're constantly talking about how much they love each other.
The way too happy couple.
And how much they appreciate everything the person does.
Yeah,
Just
that's a good winner there.
Random Tuesday appreciation, or they feel the need to throw a wedding picture up, even though it has not been any sort of significant time.
I can't believe that they beat Proud Parent with Ugly Kid.
I know,
on
but they
social
did.
media.
They will be battling in their bracket in the final. This is the last bracket we have of March Badness. The worst toilet winner, which was the festival porta potty,
So
beating out
relatable.
all of the toilets. So I don't know who's going to win that battle. And then finally, The last bracket here, you've got the worst person on the airplane. Congratulations to the smelly, sweaty person that won worst person on the airplane, beating out the nervous talker, beating out the unfunny flight
The
attendant.
person who doesn't use headphones.
They won that whole bracket, and they will be battling in the worst dad bracket, the intense sports dad.
Oh,
that
man,
treats every
cool.
sporting event like it's the Super Bowl, even though it's their kid's T-ball game and no one cares.
The ump.
So we will post this up as soon as we get it together on Klein Alley Show. You can have fun with it, and we will figure out tomorrow and announce who is truly the winner of the worst person of 2025 in March Badness. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, it's my time to hit on technology, I believe, right? Oh, wonderful. We got that to get to. Will Klein be able to successfully pick up an AI woman through Tinder? Allie's didn't go great. We'll take a listen to Allie's again if you missed it on Friday, and then you'll hear what I attempt to do. I think it was some damn fine flirting, but you will be the judge, and we'll come back with that next.
Well, the first weekend of the Coachella Music and Arts Festival kicks off this weekend. Will bring hundreds of thousands of visitors.
Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Green Day, and Post Malone.
People are on their way into the Coachella Music Festival.
All right, I want to see everybody jumping up and down. You ready? Welcome to
KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. This weekend and next weekend. Empire Polo Club in Neo. Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. Courtesy of Golden Voice. This is your last chance.
Weekday, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, The Prodigy, In Eat World, Joe, The Beaches, Lola Young,
Just Added, Weezer,
and more.
And listen all weekend as we broadcast live from Coachella with band interviews and more.
I am Nicole Alvarez. We're live at Coachella. Broadcasting live backstage at Coachella.
There's always possibility for it to go disastrously.
Driven by Mike Thompson RV. Don't miss a moment. Go RVing.
Jake, we tried to help you, man. We really did. And this would be the third attempt at a sex experiment with Jake the Nerd. The guy is on a 5, 6, or 7 month dry spell now since moving in with his girlfriend. Usually that's when you would think the relationship was at its best. When you first move in together, but you're not married. You still got all that fun of reckless sex, no kids to ruin that.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Good
and you can have
times.
sex whenever you want.
Whenever. You're living together now. No reason not to.
Wherever you want.
But for whatever reason, Jake has entered month number 6 of a dry spell. And we've given him 3 different sex experiments to try to bring anything into this guy's life.
Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, he's doing it to himself. But I also do feel bad. But I know that he could change his situation if he really put his mind to it.
A lot of people on the text line also claim that they can out-dry spell Jake, and that's not really what this is turning into, a battle of that. But if you've ever snapped a long dry spell, maybe you had something that worked for you, because we've tried, and I thought yesterday was going to be the slam-dunk home run for Jake, because those giant flowers that arrived here for Vanessa, sent by a listener, she didn't know. She didn't want them because she didn't know who they were from, and she was creeped out. We convinced her there's a hidden camera inside, so we gave them to Jake to give to his girlfriend, because he never does nice things like that for her.
Yes, and I think this would be something that made her feel loved, because there are plenty of times where he's ditched her to go see shows. He's bought gifts for himself at those shows without thinking of her and giving her anything. I think for Valentine's Day, he picked up some flowers at Vaughn's.
And like a chocolate bar.
And chocolates.
A chocolate bar. So anyway.
Because we told him to.
Right, we told him to. Anyway, here is him attempting to give her the flowers. And any woman would, I think, for the most part, be like, wow, this guy spent, it's a real deal. I mean, you can see pictures of this on our socials. So
it's beautiful.
$400 operation here. Listen to this.
Hey, I got you a present. I have a present.
Even the way he says it, it's like,
come here, you.
Hey, got you a present. It's like, you don't even set it up nicely.
She loves him supposedly, so
no,
maybe this is
Does she say
for
that,
her.
Jake?
Sometimes.
She says, I love you to you?
Yeah, if I say it first.
Oh, my God. Are you sure you're still in a relationship?
I hope so.
Like, maybe she thinks that you guys have broken up. Have you ever checked?
Like, I don't...
Allie, I think you're right. When you hear this, you may even lean even more into that theory, because
Really?
listen. Yeah.
Hey, I got you a present. I have a present for you.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
That's like
what?
the help.
She
Yeah,
seems
what do you
annoyed
want?
by it.
You're out of your wing.
How did you get it?
What do you mean, how did I get it?
Did you steal from someone?
Oh, my.
Did you steal it from someone? It's her first question.
Did you find this on the side of the road? Is her first thought.
Dude, the presentation is everything, Jake. You show up.
She was gone when I got home. I was going to do it right when I got home and surprise her. I was going to have this whole thing, but she was gone. So she came back later during nap time. I was asleep. So this is after I woke up, and she was in the house, and I'm not good at this.
So if you had...
Clearly.
Yeah, we know. You ran out of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you had known when she was going to be home, maybe you could have stayed awake and been waiting for her. And, oh my gosh, you're not taking a nap for once. And you brought her flowers. Like, that probably would have upped the game.
Or rip some of those petals off and have a little trail leading up the steps to her place.
Why didn't you tell me that beforehand?
Dude, I can't.
We can't micromanage every part of it.
Yes, you can. Baby bird me.
Listen to this.
What do you mean, how did I get it?
Did you steal from someone?
No, I didn't steal from someone.
Is it real?
Yeah, they're real.
What?
Yeah. Careful, it's heavy.
Why? How did you get it?
I got it for you.
I don't think so. You don't do this. You don't do this kind of things.
She's so...
She can see right through it. I love it.
She knows this is so not something you would do, but
you can tell though that she loves them.
That first that genuine reaction
like,
of they're really for me.
Yeah.
They're real and they're for me. It's like she's craving this, and you give it to her, but then it's ruined.
What do you mean I don't do this kind of things? I've gotten you flowers before.
Yeah, but not like this. Tell me the true story.
I got it from work.
Oh,
why would you crumble
little bitch.
so quickly, Jake?
Honesty is important in a relationship.
No, false. It'll ruin you.
You've gone with honesty, and it's gotten you nowhere, dude.
I'm going to try it again.
You're going to try and give her the flowers again.
Yeah, I'll take them back. Someone else send some more flowers here. I'll try again.
Listen, dude. All you had to say was, I wanted to do something special because I haven't done anything special in a while, and I love you. You don't say the thing about the sex. That will be hopefully what comes of all of this. But then when she breaks you down within 1 second, you go, I got him from work.
I got it from work.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Of course. See, right away.
They were sent to the station.
Oh, my God.
For me to give to you.
Of course not.
They were sent to our producer by some listener.
Be better.
And now, and even worse. Dude, it's like you were so brutally honest here. You could have. You really listen to Vanessa. You didn't have to say they were sent to another woman. I mean, you've really ruined all of this, dude.
By some listener that freaked her out. We did a bit about today, and they're like, "Why don't you give these to your girlfriend? She'll like them," and see what she says. So,
Jake told them that I didn't believe it.
I'll tell them that you didn't believe it. Do you like them?
I like it. What, you will have to return this one?
No. You can have them.
Yeah.
Listen.
I guess I can.
Listen to how it ends. 5 seconds ago, she's going, wow. And now, just by Jake talking, we get to this.
Yeah.
What happened was she thought for a split moment.
Yes.
My boyfriend did something nice for me, and then it ended up not only are they not my flowers, and not only did he not pay for them, they were given to somebody else by a creepy person.
Right. It's like
now they're weird, creepy stank flowers.
Right,
she likes them.
No, she doesn't.
I always wanted to put these flowers on a door.
Now she wants them outside, she just said. She wants to put them outdoors.
Like a rose bush?
No, right here. On the table.
Oh, you want to put them on the table?
Yeah, it looks nice over there.
Yeah.
But you might want to sweep.
But you might want to sweep. Are you her assistant, Jay?
Yeah, I have chores now.
Sweep the table?
No, everywhere.
Or sweep everywhere? All right.
No, don't. Why you get it instead of other people got it?
Well, I don't know. I guess they wanted to see if maybe you thought if I gave it to you, you would think I was sexy.
Are you good at flirting with humans? Are you good on the apps? And more importantly, will you be good when we all start dating robots? That is the future. Sounds ridiculous right now, but already more and more people are into it, and people are having full-on relationships with chatbots, AI friends, and Tinder wanted to start a new service. It's a game, and it's called Do You Have Game or Game? The Game Game. The Game Game. To see if you have game, they give you a scenario, and you get to meet a person, and it's real AI in real time to see how you would do if you were to run into this person in real life. Could you flirt with them? Because
you have a certain amount of time to pick them up.
Right, and this is how it went with Allie on Friday. We're going to get to my exchange in a moment, but Allie was talking with a woman on Friday, and
we met in Miami at a music venue.
Right, they tell you, like, hey, you're going to meet this woman, this is what she looks like, she's 26, you guys are at a basketball game, and now go, and you're kind of thrown into the equation to see, could you flirt in the moment? This is how Allie's thing ended.
Keep me posted. Maybe I'll swing by one time.
All right, well, you sound like a dyke, so I'm sure we'll enjoy ourselves. I'll scissor your timbers.
I'm here to keep our chat respectful and friendly. If you'd like to keep talking about music, events, or anything fun, let's do it.
Why don't we do
And then they shut her down. They went right to the whole music.
I was kicked out and put back in the waiting room.
She attempted to escalate their conversation from friendship to something more, and it didn't last long.
Well, yeah, I had the kind of lead up to the actual date part, and then I went for it a little too soon.
Now, I will play you. We had a bit of an issue with my thing because the first, I don't know if there was a glitch in the system. The glitch is usually on me. This is the one that doesn't count, and then we'll give you my actual conversation that counts. But I don't know what happened. They switched out my girl. Maybe she showed up and saw me and switched out. Listen, this is a weird thing that happened, but take a listen because I think you guys may enjoy this. This is as I was getting set up to go after Allie went.
All right, say who you're meeting.
All right, I'm meeting... Everyone get out of here. I got to hit on this girl quietly. I didn't like the fact that everyone was hovering around me in the office. I was trying to actually feel like I was trying
You wanted to be in the zone.
I wanted to be in the zone, and I had everyone hovering over me as I was trying to be in the zone with this AI chatbot I was going to start flirting with, so I needed everyone to leave. I can't let you hear my game.
This is Klein's,
Lucy is 43. I'm meeting her at a food stand in Taipei. Even the scenarios.
You would never be. You'd be at a food stand, yes, but not in Taipei.
No, I'm not going. I'm not talking to Lucy. Like, it's just not happening. But okay, so this is the scenario they gave me, and I'm ready to now flirt with Lucy from a food stand in Taipei. All right, here we go.
Go, we'll walk out. We're all walking out. You got the last one, didn't you? That tamarind candy is my favorite. Perfect balance of sweet and tangy. What luck that you... Well, luck does have its moments, but I must say, that snack's my little secret pleasure. Do you come here often for street food, or is this a one-time adventure?
So I'm really confused right now.
What the hell just happened?
Her accent changed like 5 times.
Yeah, I am so confused because I think I'm talking to Lucy, this 42-year-old who likes street candy, and then this woman comes in out of nowhere.
Do you come here often for street food, or is this a one-time adventure?
What are you, a magician or something? What the hell happened? Hold on, her voice all changed.
Wait, what's with the accent?
I don't know.
Why she has
I just lost 2 points somehow. Wait. And the way the game goes is you either get points or lose points based on how good you are at the flirting. And I guess
and right now it's picking up everything you're saying on the microphone.
And everything else that you guys are saying in the background. So. Come back.
I'm here to help. If you have any questions or need assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remember to speak to a trusted friend or a professional for support.
They think you need a professional.
I didn't even say anything, and next thing I know, I'm getting like the warning to go talk to professional help. I got like that wasn't even a woman flirting. That's like the doctor on the thing.
Well, it was a regressive response because she's like, "Oh, do you come here often?" And you're like, "What are you, a magician?"
Well, I was saying it because she changed from this like pleasant little voice.
I know, but that's not what they don't know that. Recommendations.
So now they shut me down. No, let's do it again.
Retry.
So now I do a retry.
It's the saddest rejection music, by the way.
I know. Here's my now this is
Gives
once
you
again,
bad techno.
It's called the game. It's on. I guess it's on Tinder, but the idea is it's supposed to let you know if you're any good at flirting in real life. Because I think it's a lost art form now because everyone's just texting back and forth and swiping. So here we go. All right, I'm going to meet Grace at a restaurant in North Carolina. About to meet Grace at a restaurant in North Carolina.
Let's put him eating food somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess they could tell by
else.
how fat my thumbs felt on the phone that these were all scenarios that...
All right, let's do a food stand in Boston.
I'm now in North Carolina about to meet Grace at a restaurant. Great. She's a project manager and she's 44. So let's go.
Bless your heart. Looks like we got ourselves a little mixed up here. No worries. Looks like neither of us was expecting that. Hope you're enjoying your meal. What did you end up ordering?
I got the shrimp and grits. Hold the grits, hold the shrimp. I'm on a diet.
Shrimp and grits without the shrimp and grits, huh? So you got a fancy plate and not much. How's the diet going for you?
You tell me. You can feast with your eyes.
Well, bless your heart.
Hey, hold on. She's buying it. Guys,
Bless your heart means go F yourself, by the way.
Well, we don't know what it means.
No, I think that it's like one of the biggest insults in the South.
Wait till you hear how great this conversation goes. I think Grace could be my soulmate. And I only had a little conversation with her.
So you started off with hold the shrimp, hold the grits.
I was trying to, yeah, that's right.
So you're starting off with little like dumb jokes.
That's right. Dumb jokes.
But see,
dumb jokes. Because Grace seemed like a dummy.
My method is the dumb jokes come later. You start off with just general conversation.
Everyone's got their own technique, right?
Feasting with my eyes is about all I can do with this colorful empty plate.
What's
the most fun part of your diet? Getting to try new flavors or just figuring out what works for you?
Well, I came here for the lunch, but it looks like we're skipping right to the dessert.
A skip to dessert? Now that sounds like a plan. What's your favorite sweet treat to indulge in, even on a diet?
Apparently it's Grace.
Well, sweet treats do have a way of making life a bit brighter. How about we share a dessert recommendation for each other?
This woman's accent is horrible.
Allie, let's focus on the game.
She is. I mean, it's very inconsistent.
Whatever. Forget about it. I've broken her
She's
down
like,
now.
what are we gonna do this time? I'm like, what are you doing?
I get her in with a dumb joke. Next thing you know, we're talking.
She seems to be very much ignoring your dumb jokes.
No, they're sharing dessert
We're
now.
supposed to share dessert. Do you know what that means? Share dessert? Do you know what that means?
You're sharing spit.
That's like share dessert is like that's the gateway to sex. Maybe even more.
Slap me like a pig and call me silly.
How about we share a dessert recommendation for each other? What's one treat you always enjoy?
She's talking to you like you're a child.
That's
what she thinks you're a kid.
Wrong.
Why don't we share a dessert? What's one thing that makes you...
What's one treat you always enjoy?
She's being playful. Butt stuff?
Butterscotch? You say that's a sweet choice.
She agreed with me.
She's into butt stuff.
She loves it too. She said it. She calls it butterscotch, but whatever.
Bless my ass.
She's a southern thing.
That's a sweet choice. It's got that rich, creamy flavor that's hard to beat. Do you
Does
like
it really?
Hey, guys, I think this date is going. This may be the best date I've ever been on in my whole life. I'm serious.
Do you like it in candies or maybe in a warm dessert to finish off a meal?
Ooh.
Don't judge me if I say, hello. Well, there she goes.
See?
I guess we're having sex now. Nice. Big win. So
We're having sex.
I think that was a great, successful date.
I think she was
laughed.
just yesing you and then immediately like, oh, yeah, totally. Oh, let's get the dessert butterscotch. Let me just go to the restroom. And then you run away. That's what she did.
You think that's runaway music?
Oh, yes.
She said, I'm creamy on the inside. Let's get in. And then all of a sudden the music started.
She was pretending she didn't hear your butt stuff comment, and then she was trying to get the hell out of there.
Tomorrow we'll find out how Vanessa does. Vanessa, it's your turn, and then we'll see how the Riz Master does, Postmaster Johnny. Everyone's going to get a chance to do some flirting with the bots. And so far, I would say I have a high score.
Absolutely not. I did better than you did.
No.
She was saying, I'm going to stop by one of your events sometime. That's what she literally said.
The second you tried to get flirty, she said, let's keep this respectful and conversational. That's like the biggest rejection there is.
I would rather have someone reject me to my face than say, oh, great, and then leave and play techno music.
Well,
I think we've both failed.
We're not great with robots or humans.
No.
KROQ. Alley Show. If you'd like to go to Coachella, we will have a Showchella quiz. Questions. All the answers have been delivered over the course of the last 3.5 hours together on these airwaves. Just keep listening and be ready to call in and answer some questions correctly all week. It's a great week for you to listen to as much of the show as humanly possible. Could result in you getting tickets to Coachella this weekend. As you know, there was a lot of rumor that we would not have TikTok again as of Saturday at midnight. I guess it was going to go away because there has still not been an agreement, and they have said to China, you must sell TikTok to someone who operates it here in America, or we're going to ban it once and for all. It gives us an opportunity to bring back Tic-Tac-Toe, where everyone on TikTok is an expert, claims to be an expert in whatever they're talking about, and all you got to do is get 3 in a row right to win. If you'd like to play that with us now, call 800-520-1067. Up for grabs. This is a great prize, Allie. I can't believe we have this to give out. We're going to send you to an Anaheim's Duck game. Anaheim Ducks, you will get to go, and you get VIP, which means parking and tickets to the game that's happening on Wednesday against the Calgary Flames. So that if you want in on that, call now so you can join us for some TikTok-toe. This is just want to play this clip for you because this is an example of one of the many experts on TikTok, as you know.
How were you able to read that on your crumpled piece of paper?
I memorized it. I don't need my
we
paper.
have a great prize. Grabs clump of paper, says prize, and then proceeds to set down the crumpled
I'll
piece
open
of
up the
paper.
Why
does Vanessa even print anything for you?
It's not even the right paper.
It's not.
I don't even have the prize on that paper. See, it's behind the scenes of how it works here at radio.
You got to go on the live stream so you can see that.
Here's a TikTok expert, though, and this guy doesn't sound like he knows a lot about the ladies, but of course on TikTok he's an expert.
Hey, TikTok, it's Ross Jeffries. Tonight I want to talk about why dating is for women you're already sleeping with. Look, here's the thing.
See, everyone's a teacher, and everyone's an expert, and everyone can convince you that they know everything.
The dating game is rigged against you. You cannot win. It's designed to make restaurants, the gift industry, the jewelry industry, entertainment industry rich.
This guy's trying to give us the conspiracy theory that dating is designed by the restaurant industry to make them rich, because that you should not actually date people that you're not already banging.
Dating is for women you're already sleeping with, because otherwise you're trying to throw money at the wall, guessing to see if you'll happen to attract her. A guessing game is a game you cannot win. Instead, what you need to do is to learn to capture and lead her imagination and emotions. When women are hot and bothered with you, you can buy them a cup of coffee and they're ready to jump on you.
That's according to this guy.
This guy sounds disgusting.
He looks the same. He doesn't look like he's gotten laid in a long time.
Then they're already hot and bothered.
You don't need to spend money. If you're spending more than a penny, you're not going to get any.
That's his catchy phrase.
That's my
phrase. Like and share and follow, and we'll see you later.
Okay, sounds like he smells.
He really does.
Let's get into it now. We have 3 experts on TikTok, 3 experts that will tell you everything you need to know if you'd like to live a life where you are rich and getting laid and making delicious grilled cheeses. It's time for, we got the TikTok-toe. I think we have a great, exciting new intro for TikTok-toe. This is a chance for you to play and win while we still can before it's officially banned once and for all. I think we have the intro. Let's stall a little bit longer.
Let's just see what this one is.
It's time for
Tic-Tac-Toe. What do you want to know about?
All right, we'll go with that one. Great. I think we had a better. I think we had a better intro for that, but let's just go with that one. Allie, hit it again. It was so strong the first time.
Tic-Tac-Toe. What do you want to know about life?
Great, wonderful. Let's say hi to Seth in the OC. Good morning, Seth, and welcome to KROQ. It's time for Tic-Tac-Toe. How goes it?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. First question will be asked to Jake the Nerd, and all you have to do is agree or disagree. We're looking for someone to match with the TikTok expert, and you can agree or disagree. You get 3 in a row right, and you win these tickets to see the Anaheim Ducks on Wednesday night. Here we go. Question number 1. The question is for Jake. Jake, if a woman spends the night with you, this is something you're great at, what is the best way that you can maximize the morning after? Jake the Nerd, what do you say?
So she's still at your house?
Yes.
Crazy, I know.
He's got
She's there and she's alive.
She's there by choice.
She's a human lady.
There's no duct tape. Jake, yes. Okay. What do you do?
You have another, wake-up sex.
Wake-up sex. All right, you want to agree or disagree with Jake? This would be for your first to try to get 3 in a row in Tic-Tac-Toe. We're going to hear what the expert says in a moment. What say you?
I would say depending on the scenario, I would agree with that.
You're sure you want to agree with Jake the Nerd? You're sure about this?
Yeah.
All right, he's going to agree. If he's wrong, this game comes to an end before it even started. Here we go. This is according to the TikTok expert.
Oh, here's a pro tip for all my men out there who are maybe just got into a relationship or just started dating someone. Eventually what's going to happen is they're going to stay the night at your house, or you're going to have to stay the night at their house. Either way, you're going to wake up in the morning, and here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to wake her up, give her a little kiss on the forehead, and say, hey, baby, I'm going to go get some coffee. And then you're going to go and get the coffee. This is very important for 2 reasons. First, it shows trust. It shows like, hey, I can leave you at my house. I don't think you're going to burn it down or steal anything, blah, 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 blah. But second and most important thing, it gives her space to fart. She's going to need to fart. She's been holding that fart in since 5 o'clock yesterday. You don't want to be there when she lets that thing off. Give her some room. Maybe be gone at least 10 minutes because she's got at least 20 of them saved in there. So,
well, that is unfortunately
not going the direction I thought.
Not a match at all. That is not a way to start tic-tac-toe. I'm sorry, Seth, you lose.
But I also I'm surprised that Jake didn't give that answer.
I'm shocked. I thought if anyone was going to give that answer,
fart, you got a space bit fart. Dude.
It would have been Jake. Let's say hi to Erica. Erica, we will let you pick up where this person left off, which means you only need to get 2 in a row right now to win tic-tac-toe. You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, Allie, the question we asked this expert on TikTok, of course, everyone's an expert, is how do you make the perfect grilled cheese? This guy claims that you've been doing it all wrong, but he's got the answer to do it right. What say you, Allie? We'll see if there's a match.
Use 2 different kinds of cheese, and when you put it on the pan to fry it up and melt the cheese, you got to put butter and mayonnaise in the pan.
All right, you want to agree or disagree, Erica, with Allie? Once again, looking for an exact match with the TikTok expert.
Disagree.
Disagree, let's find out.
Making your grilled cheese all wrong. Let's do it the right way. This is going to blow your mind. I'm telling you, you'll never make grilled cheese the same ever again.
Is this the same guy from the previous video?
This is the same guy. He knows about fart women and grilled cheeses. No, these are all different people.
They all sound like the same person.
A stainless steel pan. I don't know why people butter the bread and tear their bread up. Just do it right in the pan like this.
Yes.
So
That's what I said.
But no, you see, he also said stainless steel is the key.
The biggest myths is that you can't do certain foods like grilled cheese, eggs, French toast, pancakes. You've never tried a steel pan grilled cheese? Wait until you try this.
He claims that's the secret right there, is that a lot of people are thinking it's too scary because it's not one of those non-sticks, but that takes your grilled cheese to the next level. This guy's the expert. And, of course, you can probably order those steel pans right from the TikTok shop.
I'm sure, and they're probably expensive.
Nice kickback.
Here's the difference that makes a difference. Most people only grill one side of their grilled cheese, right? Wait till you see this. Put more butter down, we'll do the other side. Grill both sides.
What kind of an idiot would not grill both sides?
Oh, that's
like he lived his whole life only cooking one side of his grilled cheese.
That's apparently the secret right there.
Idiot.
Tell anyone it's a secret.
Erica said.
You're making it all wrong. Yes, you are.
This poor loser has only had a half grilled cheese his entire life until he thought he discovered the secret. Erica,
oh my God.
By disagreeing with Allie, you are a step closer to winning these tickets. Now all you got to do is deal with Omar. And the question for Omar, and we're going to hear from the TikTok expert in a moment, but this is tic-tac-toe. How do you get stupid rich? I mean, I'm talking stupid rich. Everyone wants to be really, really rich. Economy's in free fall now. How do you get stupid rich? Omar.
Don't live above your means. Save your money and wait till you have a solid investment opportunity. And always remember not to put your eggs all in one basket. You have to diversify your portfolio.
All right. You want to agree or disagree with Omar? All we need is the exact same answer from this TikTok quote expert, and you will win or lose based on your answer. Go ahead, Erica.
I'll agree.
Agree. Let's find out.
Want to be rich? Stop acting broke. You got to think how rich people think. And that's the difference. Rich is here. This doesn't make you rich. This is a byproduct of this. You go from here to here.
This guy's holding up a wad of cash, and he's saying that cash doesn't matter. It's all about your brain. You need to think rich.
Well, he also put rich music underneath.
Right.
So the mentality is what creates this. This doesn't create the mentality, and that's what people don't understand. So when I say if you want to be rich, you got to stop being broke. It means you got to stop acting broke. You got to stop thinking like broke people think. You got to think how rich people think, and that's the difference.
I gotta be
He's
honest.
saying nothing.
That is even dumber than the grilled cheese guy.
It is, and I didn't think it could get dumber.
Well, Erica, I'm so sorry. You agreed with Omar, and you shouldn't have. And Omar technically did give a smart answer. I would
Much
think.
better advice.
Yeah, than the quote TikTok expert.
But
So
that
what-
wouldn't go viral, what Omar said.
No, what
It
we
would
learned
not.
today is if you're going to make a
It
grilled
sounds like a
cheese-
lot of work.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like,
it's too hard.
I just want to think, Rich.
Caller 20, just for sticking around. You're going to get some tickets to see the Anaheim Ducks right now at 800-520-1067. We'll come back with that. We got your Showchella quiz to get to, and Allie's got your news after this.
Klein Alley Show. The world famous Klein Alley Show. KROQ. KROQ. Tax day.
KROQ, if you'd like to join us, win yourself a prize and play some first impressions with Vanessa, the master of many voices. Get on the phones now at 800-520-1067 because we got up for grabs tickets to Pulp Rock, Tarantino Pulp Rock, a high-octane live rock spectacular.
And Quentin Tarantino has made some incredible films over the years.
Some of the best.
Some of the best, and some of the best monologues in movie history, some of the best, most heightened moments with a lot of swearing, but we figured Vanessa would be incredible at replaying some of those.
She's never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie ever, so let's start with that. Never seen one, but she will be recreating some of the most iconic scenes, and you will, of course, if you win these tickets, you'll get to go to the Tarantino Pulp Rock, where you'll get to watch these iconic films and the soundtracks performed live at Cinevita at Hollywood Park. And also, everyone who qualifies, everyone who wins those tickets this week, someone is going to get the VIP experience, including a VIP booth, comes with champagne, snacks, dedicated waiter, waitress, valued at over $1,000. That's the grand prize. So you will have an amazing night celebrating the fine, legendary career of one Quentin Tarantino.
Vanessa has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Nope.
And she's never successfully pronounced Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. All week, as she's been talking about this prize we have, she's been saying, Quinton?
Quintanana.
So,
Quintanana.
so we're like, what? You talking about Quentin Tarantino still? She goes, I think so. So we will play you. She's recreated some scenes. She's been working on this all morning long, which is why we had to wait until 8:30 roughly to get this on the air.
She wants time to perfect her craft.
We will play a clip of her doing a scene, and all you got to do is tell us which Quentin Tarantino movie it's from. And if you're able to identify which scene the movie is from, Allie will write your name down, and we'll pick a winner and give you some tickets. All right, let's say hi to Rebecca in Valencia. This is not going to be easy, but if you're up for the challenge, welcome to KROQ. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. We'd love you to win this. Once again, as you know, Vanessa is the master of many, many voices, and we will go ahead and play you the first scene right now from a Quentin Tarantino film as performed by Vanessa. Listen closely. Here we go.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their jobs. Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. She wasn't doing anything special. What special? What's special? Take you in the back and S your D? I go over 12% for that.
All right. Now, listen, I know this movie.
Iconic.
That is an iconic scene. Only who knows if that'll be performed again if you win these tickets. Do you know what Quentin Tarantino movie that is from, Rebecca?
I am going to guess because I'm also the worst, but Pulp Fiction, is that a thing?
Show me Pulp Fiction. No,
Is that a thing?
not.
No.
Pulp Fiction is a thing, but that is not a scene from Pulp Fiction, which is too bad because it is, a quite iconic scene, Allie. I'm going to play you the actual scene right now, and then we'll go to the next one. We have multiple scenes to share with you. I don't want to give everyone the opportunity to guess that one, but this is that actual scene took place from one of the, I believe, the first. I think it was the first Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
Really?
I believe so. It was the first one I think I ever saw, and it was this scene from Reservoir Dogs.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job.
Hey, this girl was nice.
She was okay. I mean, she wasn't anything special.
What's special? Take you in the back and
So I don't know. I think Vanessa and Steve Buscemi had similar delivery.
Yeah, can I just hear a little bit of Vanessa's impression now? Because now that I recall Steve Buscemi's delivery, I would just like to hear a little bit because she got the.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip.
But you sped up her speaking a little bit.
I'll tip if someone really
right. That's her Steve Buscemi.
If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds.
All right. Well, there you go. Beautiful.
It's for the birds.
It's a beautiful recreation right there. This is First Impressions with Vanessa. We move on. We say hi to Armando now. Armando, I hope you can get one of these right so we can give away these tickets. Good morning, Armando.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. I hope you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino. More importantly, I hope you're a fan of Vanessa Tarantino as she is recreating some of these iconic scenes. And here is your scene. Listen closely.
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negatives, I collect your effing head.
Whoa.
Just like this effer here. Now, if you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right. Feel like I'm in the movie with Vanessa. Do you have any idea what Quentin Tarantino film that line comes from?
So good. I believe it's from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Let's find out if you're right.
ただ今問題になったことは除きますが The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is I collect your head. Just like this here. やろうと同じようにね Now if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
Beautiful.
Woo!
Beautiful.
I gotta watch that again.
I didn't think so.
Equally intense. I think Vanessa's version was almost as good. Armando, hold on.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, hers was like if Rosie Perez got the role. But still.
Don't bring up her Chinese heritage.
Yeah. Once again, this was just a clip of Vanessa.
What? Does he look?
Oh, hold on. That's the next one. Hold on. That's the next one. There's too many clips of Vanessa here doing Tarantino to keep track of it all. This was her once again doing Kill Bill just to bring you back to the moment.
If you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right, Armando, hold on 1 second. Congratulations. You got yours right. People, big fans of this game on the text line. I can hear Vanessa recreating Quentin Tarantino films all day, every day. Well, we got one more chance for someone to lock in on this. And what a prize, because someone's going to end up in a VIP booth enjoying a whole night of Tarantino. All right. Let's go to Baldwin Park and say hi to Alex. Alex, welcome to First Impressions with Vanessa. You ready to go?
Sweet Divots, yeah.
Sweet Divots, here we go. This is your final impression. This is apparently a Quentin Tarantino movie as performed by Vanessa.
What? What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother effer, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother effer. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bold. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch?
Okay. Alex, your final chance to play. It's not a comedy. I guess technically it is now. What Quentin Tarantino film is that from?
That is Pulp Fiction, baby.
That's right.
And by the way, she's never seen Pulp Fiction either. So for her, just in reading these lines, it's the absolute first time she's even heard this, witnessed it at all.
I mean, she can pick up on the performance already, though. I mean, those are the beats.
Listen, you tell me, Allie. Is this Samuel L. Jackson or is this Vanessa? I don't even know anymore.
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother. Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes.
Once again, it's hard to tell where one of them stops and one of them starts.
I mean, my goodness.
It really is remarkable. But regardless, congratulations. You also got yours right, which means 2 people, Allie, got theirs right.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, relax.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay,
Vanessa, whatever you say. Just calm down. Jesus Christ. Allie, is it Alex? Is it Armando? Who's getting the tickets today?
Congrats, Armando.
Armando, you are going to an evening of Quentin Tarantino. Hold on 1 second.
Unless you kind of already got one just now.
That's very exciting. You will be going to Tarantino Pulp Rock, Live Rock Spectacular, celebrating the iconic film soundtracks Quentin Tarantino at Cinevita Hollywood Park. Hold on 1 second. Congratulations.
Like a bitch.
All right, relax, Vanessa.
Like a bitch.
Let's get into your ADD news, then we can get into a brand new hour of the show. Hopefully you've been paying attention to everything that's been going on, or you're just super lucky because we will have a Showchella quiz questions about today's show that you heard for the last 3 hours plus on KROQ, and a chance for you to win tickets to go to Coachella Weekend 1. You'll have another chance to win later this afternoon with Kevin Ryder. Perhaps you were off last week, didn't hear the big news. Kevin Ryder, the great Kevin Ryder of Kevin and Bean, is back on KROQ in the afternoons, so he can sleep in and you can still enjoy your 30-year friendship with the great Kevin Ryder. That'll be starting at 3 o'clock today on KROQ, but I'll have Coachella tickets for you at 5 o'clock, and you can win some with us coming up just after this news check.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, if you were asked to visit the White House, Klein, right now, would you go?
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah, I mean, whether
I think I went on a school field trip to the White House one time.
Well, I'm sure. You grew up right around there, didn't
and I don't remember much about it. I think I was annoyed that there was no food or something. Like, I thought they were going to feed us. I was all excited to eat the food they ate at the White House, and they said afterwards we were going to go get Wendy's or something, which was a great...
Wendy's?
Yeah, but you know what? Looking back, probably that was a better call, to be honest. At the time, I was annoyed. I think I was excited to eat.
You probably had the best school field trips, though, right? I mean, you get to go to the Smithsonian and all these famous museums.
Right, all the stuff in D.C., and I didn't appreciate it, nor did I pay attention. I wish I had, because now people are like, oh, you're from D.C., you probably went to all the museums. I'm like, yeah, I went there on field trips, but I don't... Like, I went to the Air and Space Museum, but I spent the whole time eating the astronaut ice cream in the gift shop. I didn't actually learn about rocket ships.
Well, that is delicious, though.
So good.
Was that the little space dots?
No, they were it's dehydrated. Cool. It's almost like the consistency of chalk, but it tastes like chocolate.
So your memories of all these iconic places are really just food related?
That's right.
Okay. Well, I mean, regardless of who you're a fan of, if you're like the current president or not, it is a huge honor to be invited to the White House, and even just to see the inside and say, hey, I went #1 in the White House. I think that's a flex.
Oh, I did.
You did?
Oh, yeah, and #2.
Cool. Cool.
That's my dream.
After the Wendy's?
That was before the Wendy's. I had to make room.
The Dodgers will be, they're already there, actually, celebrating their World Series win, and Mookie Betts is there. It was a big question mark of whether or not he would go. He went in 2020 under President Biden, but did not go when in 2018 when the Red Sox were invited under Trump. And he said, now in hindsight, that was selfish, and I wasn't there for my team at the end of the day, and he wouldn't make that same mistake this time. He didn't want it to be political. He just was like, I got to be there for my team. So the visit is happening now. They're in the middle of a ceremony in the East Room where they entered to a rendition of Randy Newman's I Love L.A.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like we're kind of overusing the song.
No, we're not. It's a great song. You cannot be in a bad mood when you hear that
the
song.
The Fires, every local team.
Makes everything better. It does. That's right.
That's Klein waddling over to the Wendy's.
Already in a good mood. You go into Wendy's, you're feeling bad about yourself, you put that song on, you're feeling great about yourself.
Yeah, but also this puts you in a good mood, too.
I'm from New York!
Yeah,
from the home of the terrorists. Yes, I'm from New York! I got a Dixie Boulevard! Dixie Boulevard! Santa Monica Boulevard!
We're okay on it. You know, it doesn't get any love in that song, the 5 Freeway, as it shouldn't.
The 5 Freeway?
We'd like to blow it up.
The Juju.
All right. So, yeah, congratulations, Dodgers. I agree that the White House is bigger than any one person that is there.
Yeah, I mean, it's American history.
And I understand why it would make sense, especially now with things being so polarizing, the huge Latin fan base of the Dodgers, that the idea that they would be, people would right now specifically be very anti this visit. I understand why there's controversy. However, I would like to believe that the White House and the concept of the president, regardless of who's in that position, is always bigger than the one person. And I don't like it to be about the person, regardless if you like that person or not.
I would like to hope that soon people, because I think now everybody feels like every choice is politically motivated. Everything says something about where you stand politically, and I would love for us to get away from that, because it didn't used to be that.
I know. I remember one time I ordered Domino's and someone's like, I can't believe you're pro-abortion. I'm like, I just want pizza. What are we talking about here? I just want to order a pizza. How could you? The guy who owns Domino's gives billions of dollars to
you're
abortion.
Like, I don't know.
I go, I am not pro-abortion. I'm pro-pizza. In 30 minutes or less.
You're eating Domino's? How old were you?
This was probably 15. Whenever there was the first time I remember.
After what field trip was this?
This was after my trip.
Pizza's an abortion.
This was after the Holocaust Museum trip.
How can you support abortion? Pizza?
I just wanted to eat pizza.
All right, speaking of food, Olive Garden is where you go if you're on a high school date or in search of mediocre Italian food, or if you're just craving a good old-fashioned case of heartburn. But move over, Olive Garden. You are no longer the top casual dining chain. You have now been unseated by Texas Roadhouse. That is the new America's favorite. Wow. Yeah, that is now the number one after 7 years of Olive Garden being at the top of that resurgent chain list. It is now second.
That's one of those rare chain restaurants that I haven't been to yet.
Oh,
I know.
really?
I feel like I never see those around. There's not very many of them in LA.
There's got to be one in LA. Hey, Randy Newman, where could I find a Texas Roadhouse? There's one on Century Boulevard?
Oh, I didn't see that
one. Got a lot of locations.
Wow.
That's the gay one, but yeah, we know. They got them all. All right. We get into a brand new hour of the show right now with your Coachella tickets. The very first thing we do, if you'd like to go and you have been paying attention to today's show, God, I hope you're on the phone now at 800-520-1067.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, let's do this. What an eventful morning so far on a Monday here at KROQ. Should be nice all week long. Some real LA weather.
Felt so nice over the weekend, didn't it?
Felt great. Everyone's all smiling and happy. Good mood.
Got a nice sunburn. I love a sunburn.
Yeah, you do not tan well.
No, I just go from red right back to white. But I feel like there's no sign of good weather and good times than a good sunburn.
If you've been listening to today's show, and I hope you've been listening to today's show from the very beginning, because the idea here is if you're on the fence about us or you don't like us, give it a few days, 3-day challenge. And next thing you know, you're like, you know what? I used to hate those guys, and now I can tolerate them. But also, you could win cool things like tickets to Coachella. And we got them for you with the return of the Showchella quiz. All questions that were answered during today's show. Variety of topics we got into. I don't want to recap too much of it now. It's not fair to help the people that are just joining us. But all week long, great week to wake up earlier, great week to put us on sooner, start following on YouTube perhaps, because things that happen on this show all week long could score you Coachella tickets, the ultimate ticket that everyone wants.
Yeah,
so,
and more added.
I got questions here. This one is not going to be a part of the Showchella quiz, Allie. I just want to see how you would have done.
I would do horrible in this
If
quiz.
you can't answer this question, you probably shouldn't even be on the phones right now, because I know you're thinking, oh, maybe I'll call and get lucky. These will not be easy, and if you have not been listening to the show, you're probably not going to get these right. You're just maybe you guess one right answer, but that's it. That's not going to score you Coachella
fluke
tickets.
guess will only get you so far.
When Klein said he liked butt stuff during his AI date, what did the AI date think he said?
Oh, good question.
Would you know the answer to that?
Yep.
All right. See, once again, these are questions that will be difficult unless you've been listening to today's show. Questions from the 6 o'clock hour, the 7 o'clock hour, and the last hour. We'll come back and get into the Showchella quiz for Coachella tickets next. show. Big prize, Coachella tickets this weekend. And perhaps you heard or did not hear the big news, but more acts have been added. Weezer has just been added to the lineup there at Coachella, so you had some Green Day to look forward to, and some Jimmy Eat World, and a bunch of other bands we play here at KROQ, and big artists that you've heard of, like the great Lady Gaga. I'm sure Omar has some of that
And
to play.
Missy Elliott.
I let you hot. Show him what I got. So you can get that.
She has really gone downhill.
It's the desert air. It's the desert.
All that sand getting
It's a lot
into her
of sand.
Yeah, that's all cigarettes caught up.
Gotta wear those bandanas in the desert over your face, or that's how you sound. Anyway, I'm sure they'll auto-tune her. She'll sound great. But regardless, here's the way you get in today and all week. It's Showchella time. Listen to the show as much as you can. If you get through at 9 o'clock, you get some questions, and hopefully you have the answers. Every single question we ask is something that has happened on today's show. If you don't know what we're talking about, you're just joining us, you want to win, tomorrow start listening bright and early, 6 a.m. It's a little early, yes, but there's not a lot of people that will be able to get these questions right. So if you put in the time, put in the effort, listen, tell your job you're not going in, you're not focused, tell your kids, leave me alone, I'm listening, I'm trying to win Coachella tickets. You could potentially end up with tickets to Coachella. All right, let's say hi to Danielle. I hope she wins, but once again, everyone on hold, I recommend you stay there because we did this on Friday, and the first few people were unable to give us answers to questions that we thought were pretty easy. Danielle?
Sweet did.
Sweet did. You've been
That's a good sign.
listening to the show this morning?
Yes, I have.
All right. This was a practice question. Will not count for you or against you. You didn't need to get 3 in a row right. But when I said that I was into butt stuff on my AI date earlier, what did the person think I said?
She thought you were saying butterscotch.
Let's find out if she's right.
What's one treat you always enjoy?
Butt stuff?
Butterscotch? You say that's a sweet choice.
All right, that is correct. That was a good
Good
tester
job.
question. You got that right.
With confidence.
And now we go to the actual questions that matter. You must get 3 right, which I know seems difficult, but already I feel like you've listened to the show today. And what did you avoid doing in your life to listen to our show this morning?
I just finished a job on Friday, so I'm unemployed. It's great.
Oh, cool. First day of unemployment. You've come to the right place. Question number 1. It's not going to be easy.
Oh, well, we can make it a little easy.
Earlier in the show today, we played a jingle from an old school commercial. What was the jingle that we played from an old school commercial earlier today on the show?
It was the pizza jingle from the pop quiz.
No.
Let's take a listen and find out if she's right.
In the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
That is correct. That is a home run jingle. We should play it more often, and you're off to a great start. You've gotten 1 right.
That makes me so happy.
To hear that jingle.
Yes.
It's got to, right?
Oh, of course it's through my bones.
Question number 2. Allie claims that she is dealing with the tariffs by growing her own food.
You make it sound bad. You make it sound pathetic.
Everyone is freaking out about the tariffs for different
In 48
reasons.
days, you're going to be laughing.
Which food did Allie claim that she is going to now really start growing herself to somehow survive the tariffs?
She said she got zucchinis and also tomatoes.
Let's find out if you're right.
Good
Hold
job.
on.
It's going to be great. People are already panic buying. They are trying to load up on as many things as possible before prices go up because they believe prices will go up on everything. Apple has said that...
I don't want to listen to the whole
so
clip now.
long.
But anyway, yes, that is
Shut up,
absolutely
you.
correct. Allie said she's growing her own zucchinis. Not sure how that's going to help with the tariffs at all, but she did say she started planting zucchinis and tomatoes. You've gotten question 2 right now, which means you're 1 question away from Coachella, and nothing seems to faze this person.
I know, confidence.
Seems unfazed. Now, I was thinking, Allie, for question number 3, and there's a lot. We covered micro-cheating on today's show. We talked about, we had the Bud Light bros that called, left a message, tic-tac-toe. But at the very beginning of the show, this would prove that she's been listening for a long time. There is one particular show that I do not want discussed at all on today's show because I don't know what has happened. What show is that?
Oh, White Lotus.
Nice.
For the win. I have not yet seen the finale of White Lotus. Congratulations.
Oh, my God.
You got a question right from every hour. You're going to Coachella.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I've been calling all week.
Hey, congrats. You deserve those tickets. You were forced to listen to us. Now, do you think you'll still listen to 4 hours of the show tomorrow or no?
I actually tend to listen live when I drive and then catch up on the podcast.
Oh, you're a real one. I appreciate that. Well, good. I'm glad the Coachella tickets could have gone to a better person. If you're not as good of a person as Danielle, who just won tickets to Coachella.
As whatever
her name is. Then you could have a chance.
You're a real one.
Tomorrow.
Get out of here.
Tomorrow, you'll have a chance, and all you got to do is listen to the show to get those questions right. Allie, I wonder how you would do. I'm just going to read you the last 3 questions. I don't think you would even get these. Today's show.
I mean, my short-term memory loss is
How many
hard.
pounds has Jake lost since he started?
7.
Oh, you would have gotten that right. That's good. Why did Klein go to the gym? Oh, well, I don't like this question.
Because he wants to have sex with Crystal B. Next.
I never said that, by the way.
Ding, ding, ding.
What TikTok recommend you should do if someone spends the night at your house?
What TikTok recommend do?
What does TikTok recommend you do if someone spends the night at your house?
What the TikTok?
It's written. This is written by Vanessa. So.
To recommend you do if what?
Someone spends the night at your house.
Oh, God. I don't know if I know this one. To bring her coffee in the morning so she can fart.
That's correct. All right, you would have done well. Allie knows the show. It's
Yay,
amazing.
am I going?
No, you're not.
No.
Quick break. We're going to come back. We got more show, believe it or not, next.
Well, the first weekend of the Coachella Music and Arts Festival kicks off this weekend. Will bring hundreds of thousands of visitors.
Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Green Day, and Post Malone.
People are on their way into the Coachella Music Festival.
All right, I want to see everybody jumping up and down. You ready? Welcome to
KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. This weekend and next weekend. Empire Polo Club in Neo. Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. Courtesy of Golden Voice. This is your last chance.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, The Prodigy, Jimmy Eat World, Joe, The Beaches, Lola Young,
Just Added, Weezer,
and more.
And listen all weekend as we broadcast live from Coachella with band interviews and more.
Hi, I'm Nicole Alvarez. We're live at Coachella. Broadcasting live backstage at Coachella.
There's always possibility for it to go disastrously.
Driven by Mike Thompson RV. Don't miss a moment. Go RVing.
For the 3 people that don't know who the Costco guys are, take a listen.
The Costco guys have taken over culinary social media.
We're Costco guys. Of course we have to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
Which one gets the boom and which one gets the doom?
We bring the boom!
And now in the KROQ studios right now. You can check us out on YouTube as we are streaming live. Please welcome AJ, Big Justice, the only guys on the planet that love Costco more than me. Welcome to KROQ, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having
This is great. Thank you so much.
Of course. You're not just here to hang out. We'll talk about the big event you've got going on involving wrestling, and it's kind of bringing you back to your roots in a weird way.
No doubt about it. Yeah, I absolutely love pro wrestling. I was a pro wrestler much younger. Never knew that the path was going to go this way, but here we are, and AEW Revolution is here and couldn't be happier.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. You guys are working together as a father-son team in a tag team match, and are you concerned, Big Justice, at all, that you will be injured by an adult?
No, I don't think I'll be injured by an adult.
Right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Turn your mic up. Get that mic a little closer to you, the front of it.
Yellow.
Right here?
There we go.
That's good?
Yep, that's it. That's perfect. Thank you. Hold on. He's going to fix you in here so we can hear you good. So let's talk for a second about you guys being in town and, more importantly, how much love you've brought to Costco. Because Costco is, to me, it's my ultimate pilgrimage. It's where I go all the time. I've been that way for a while.
It's a lot of fun, right?
You guys film a lot in there. I recently was filming there. I got thrown out. Do you ever get thrown out of Costco?
Well, we have a great relationship with Costco. So in the beginning, they did talk to us about the certain things that you do when you record in Costco, the certain things you don't do. So I don't know, you might be on the other side of that. We might have to look into that.
What are some of the things you don't do?
What you definitely do not do when you are recording in Costco is no Costco employees are to be in any of the videos, and no Costco customers are to be in any of the videos.
What about the food sample people?
Again, that would be a Costco employee.
But I thought that was like a third party, right?
Sometimes there are third-party samplers that will come and set up, usually some sort of a flat cheese bread they're trying to get you to try. But for the most part, the samplers are the Costco employees.
Right.
So I don't know. That's a good gray area. We should find out. The reason I go there, and I want to get your take on this, because Allie makes fun of me, Omar makes fun of me. I have had a track record of when I'm at Costco and I see a cart that gets pushed by me where I'm impressed by what they've done. Like, it's a great, in my opinion, it's a perfect shop. It's got like a TV in it, a pepperoni platter, a couple bottles of booze.
Gotcha.
I will verbally give them a congratulations, and I will say something like,
like that.
Good shop. I tell them good shop. And sometimes I'll even stand by the receipt checker at the door, and as people wheel by, I'll say to them, hey, good shop. Like, I want to let them know I appreciate their shop. These guys think I'm weird.
I think you're spreading happiness. I think that's encouraging.
Well, some of the people that he gives good shops to are like, what are you talking about?
Well,
why is somebody talking to me? They just got past the receipt checker, and then they're getting Klein walking up to him saying good shop. But then some people, I guess, do kind of realize it, and they feel proud, right? Because if you do a good shop at Costco, you do feel proud of yourself.
Right. I would love for the world to get over that and stop thinking somebody's weird because you're saying good shop and you're giving encouragement, you're giving happiness, you're giving positivity. Why is that weird? The world needs to get over that.
What is the biggest Costco purchase you've made? Like, what is your longest receipt in all the Costco visits that you've ever been? Because I feel like when I go to a Costco, I plan on getting like 5 things, and then I can't spend less than $200. But I imagine as Costco guys, you probably run up a big bill before.
Like $1,200. We bought TV.
$1,200. That's a good shop right there. That's a good shop. Once you hit 4 figures at Costco, that's a good shop.
That's a really good shop.
Yeah, Christmas we got up there.
Really?
Yeah, Christmas we got up there because we bought everything for the house. We stayed at an Airbnb up in New Jersey because we go back to New Jersey for Christmas. So we did shopping for the house for a few weeks. A few gifts were in there. So, yeah, we did go.
All the things that are like hanging from the ceilings, those are the things that you guys buy, right? Like things that you're like, who buys that? It's you guys.
Big Joseph, what's your line in the Big Costco guys video?
What the heck is this thing?
What the heck is this thing? But I would imagine growing up, before you were the big successful internet stars you are today, there was probably a lot of trips. Big Justice, as a kid, you go to Costco like every kid has with their parent and say, oh, I really want that. And you would have to say no, right? And we're not getting that. We're not buying that, right? You gave them a lot of no's. Had to have.
I don't know.
Oh, really? You're a cooler dad than mine.
I don't think a lot's changed. I'm so happy you brought that up, Klein and Allie, of course. I don't think a lot's changed in our life. We just now have a lot more attention, and our story really isn't a rags to riches story. I always grinded. I always provided for the family. We always had a great life. We were always very, very happy. And I think that the biggest change now is we could share it with more people, and we could just become more of who we are.
Well, and you have done a few different things through social media, right? Like I post videos, and usually they don't get a whole lot of views. I'm not somebody who's good at social media. But, I mean, obviously I've had many fails. And you also, not that you've had fails, but like you've tried different things. You were selling real estate. You were doing all kinds of different things before the Costco guys happened.
Absolutely, yeah. There was a path to this, and I was pro wrestling about 20 years ago, and who knew that 20 years later we were going to have this attention, and then the clips of me pro wrestling were going to get out there, and then the internet was going to go crazy with Big Boom AJ when he getting back in the ring, and here we are.
It all comes full circle back around. Has Costco at least
now we got Big Justice in the ring. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want tickets, AXS.com event is going to be live on pay-per-view as well. It's the first time the AEW has held an event at Crypto.com Arena. What a place, and it's going to be happening this Sunday. So you are back in the ring. The match you guys are a part of is a multi tag team event, correct?
Yeah, a trios match, yep.
So this is very exciting. And have you done any sort of rehearsal so far, or is this going to be we'll get to see it happen live on Sunday?
Well, of course, I've been preparing in the ring, and I've been continuing my weight training, so I'm as strong as ever right now. And, of course, I broke my foot back in November, so this is my first time back in the ring since the broken foot. But I've been running the ropes, climbing the ropes, getting my footing, and everything's going fine.
Is it a good broken foot story or one of those sad ones, like you tripped and fell on a toy?
No, I actually broke my foot during warm-ups in the afternoon, but I didn't know it was broken.
Right.
So I go back to
broken foot.
Yeah.
I go back to the medical room. I say, I feel something. Let's get this thing taped up. So now they have the foot, and they're like, oh, let's take a look at that. They're twisting it, turning it. They hit it with the metal rod. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Guys, just tape it up. Let's go.
Now, when you're weight training and, you're getting ready for wrestling, are you mainlining eggs, raw eggs?
No.
I cook the eggs. I don't do the
Because I feel like when you're actually trying to bulk up these days, it can get really expensive. I feel like those guys are like drinking, a dozen eggs every single morning. Like, have you had to change a lot of your diet to get ready to get back in the ring?
No, I probably just ate a little bit less. I probably just brought the calories down a little bit. But
He usually has 8 meals a day.
8 meals a day? 8 meals a day?
I do. I'm always. We are so active.
I wake up in the morning, he's on his second meal.
Already. How many? Is true or false? You guys got pulled over on the way here? Is that true? You got pulled over
by a motorcycle officer?
And did they recognize who you were and let you go, or did they give you a ticket?
I was hoping so. I think the gentleman is probably not on TikTok.
Doesn't know who you guys are.
He rolled down the window. He said good morning, but
what'd you get the ticket for?
I think he went left when he was in a right turn only lane.
Oh,
something
something
like that.
lame.
He was in a right turn only, and he didn't put on his blinker.
What?
Yeah, and he got pulled over.
If you're wondering right now, the voices and why they're so familiar in the KROQ studios, AJ and Big Justice, the Costco guys are here. In just a moment, Allie has put together a quiz because I claim that I'm Costco's biggest fanboy, although I think you guys may have taken the crown. So she's going to prove once and for all. And we've got our very own list of things that we need your official Boom Doom score. So many people ask you to Boom and Doom score things in their lives, right? It's
what's going to be Boom Meter, right?
The Boom Meter, yes. But you guys will, as always, you're very honest. And if it's a Doom, you'll say Doom, but you'll also give the 5 booms don't get given out very often these days.
Five. No, we're not over generous with the 5 booms. It's got to be good. Klein, the one problem.
We are Klein Alley's show. Vanessa did something that I think is fascinating as it pertains to attempting to go out on a budget, which more and more people are trying to do these days. Yep. You will not believe the story. And she did it over the weekend in Long Beach with friends, and we will get to that after Hosier right here on KROQ.
With it is like 3 booms.
We go places we like and we eat things we like. So that's the challenge. We got to try and find.
We go to a steakhouse and get a steak.
I mean, who's going to do a mistake, right?
Yeah. So here's what we got coming up after this song on KROQ. The Costco guys will be delivering not only the Boom Meter with certain things from our show, but Allie is going to try to prove that I do not know as much about Costco as I think, and that will continue. Plus all the info about the wrestling event happening on our socials right now at Klein Alley's show. Ron, Klein Alley Show. How are you handling the terrorists? Well, Vanessa had an interesting approach, which was get together with her friends. She wanted to go out, but she decided that they were going to attempt to go bowling on a budget. And the budget they came up with seems almost impossible to be able to do anything with these days. But she said they had all these different workarounds. And, of course, this is the thing I tried to tell her. And, Vanessa, whose idea was this budget? Your idea or your friend's idea?
No, my friend Christine's idea.
And she said you all wanted to go out, but everyone's like, I don't feel like spending money. Everything costs so much. So who came up with the number?
We just felt like $50 was doable, so we decided $50 for the night.
And this is dinner and drinks or just drinks?
Oh, we had dinner.
So you had to figure out for $50 how you could have dinner and drinks. And the idea is that if someone buys you drinks, right, like if you get hit on.
Oh, yeah, well, that was also, we were hoping for that too. Did it happen? No, it didn't.
So the plan.
We were losers.
Leave us hanging, why don't you?
So wait, the plan was if we go out with this budget of $50, maybe we don't even need to use the budget if we can, find people that would like to buy us a drink.
That's like my hot cousin. She can go anywhere and not pay for stuff. And
Although,
she believes it, and it happens every time.
I think we should raise some money for all of the beautiful people that are used to not buying drinks that now are, I feel like guys now that used to buy
They're
drinks.
They're going to be more selective.
A little bit more unable to buy all the drinks. I think there was a time when any guy would go, if any woman that wants to talk to me, I'll buy her a drink, at the very least. Now I think with everyone tightening it down, I think we should start raising money for all the hot women that are not going to have guys buying
now
them drinks.
Now it's like, hold on a minute, it's $18 for this cocktail.
Yeah.
How long am I going to talk to you for, really?
So your so $50 was the budget, and within the $50, and did that include transportation too, Ubers?
Yes, and parking. Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
So we started out by going to Trader Joe's to get like a pregame drink,
And this was all part of the $50 too.
Cans. What?
That was all part of the $50 too.
Yes.
Wow, I'm surprised you went with individual cans and not just a bottle of vodka.
No, because we don't want to get messy,
You could have done for 28 cents, according to Allie, you could do a tampon soaked in vodka. And you could have worn
Already, I'll beat your ass. I can do this whole night in 25. I'll prove it to you. Go ahead.
That's Allie's big plan for Coachella. She's going to go in big, soaked up and ready.
I'm going full vodka tampon.
That's
okay.
All 3 days.
Okay.
All right, so it's just you and her. Just you and one friend?
Yes, just me and a friend. So we got like a margarita can cocktail from
like
Trader
a 6-pack?
Joe's. What?
Like a 6-pack?
No, just we each got one. You know how sometimes they have
the sad loser cans?
The one-offs?
The one-off loser cans?
Oh,
that was your pregame? That's so sad.
I think they even call that section the loser can section because it's just like these one-off.
It's like the lean cuisine section of the liquors.
Dented cans. So you got.
No, it's the cans that. If people want to try it, you can take one.
No, I get that.
My gosh, you loser.
I'm just getting
one. She's yelling at herself now, calling herself a loser.
One drink per person is just not even a pregame.
All right, so you eat. So let's not judge. So you decide, can we go out and have a good night for $50? Which usually seems like a lot of might have a good night. Especially, that's $100 between the two of you because you don't have to do everything solo. So, okay. You start with one can at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
We each get one, okay?
Okay.
Which they did get us pretty buzzed. It was such a good time. So when we went to Santa Monica, by the way. So we went to Santa Monica.
How did you get there from Long Beach?
We wanted to change scenery.
How did you get there, she said?
Oh, how did we get there? We drove.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
drink and drive, people. Do not drink and drive.
That's a way to save money. Okay.
We didn't get drunk, everyone. We did not get drunk. Okay.
What is going on with her?
We wanted a change of
I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
Officer.
Anyways, so we got there. We had our drinks. We were on 2nd Street. What is that area called?
Sure.
Wherever that
3rd
area
Street
is.
Thepromenade?
Yes, we were there.
2nd Street. She could.
No. 3rd Street's too expensive. You got to go 2nd Street.
Smart move. There's nothing there. You know where all the tourists go to 3rd Street. We're going to 2nd Street.
So we went there to people watch, do some entertainment, listen to the people playing the music outside.
That's a real homeless hangout. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Are you sure you weren't in an alley?
It really is. I mean, I know.
Busking for money.
That was actually the best part of the whole night, in my opinion.
Okay.
I love that part.
And
then,
did they have food at this place?
No, just wait.
Okay.
Then we got hungry, so we decided to go to Chipotle for the kids' meal. That was $7.
Wow.
We each had the Taco Kids meal because we just need a little bit something.
So right now, how much you pay to park in Santa Monica?
$10.
Okay.
Which we split, so that's $5
$5 each. So between your one can of margarita at Trader Joe's, your kids' meal at Chipotle, what a Saturday night. Entertainment was free because watching a guy spin around on a cardboard box cost nothing. So that's good. So you got free entertainment, and then the parking was $5 each. So
that whole section right there was a good time.
Right, you're almost halfway through your budget to this point. Yes.
Then we decided, all right, we're gonna go to the nice bars now because we already ate and we pregame with our margaritas that got us going. Then we went to this bar named Chloe, and the drinks were $18. But we're like, this is our one fancy drink for the night because we're hoping that we'll get a second fancy drink by someone. But we did not. Anyways, we paid for our drink.
That's an interesting choice. I'm going to invest in this $18 drink and hope that within
brings
30
along.
minutes I'll find another drink for
Before
free.
you settled on this place, Chloe, did you see what the ratio? Did it look like there was a lot of guys? I mean, I would think you'd want to go to a place that seemed like it was maybe guy heavy because you get some attention as a lady.
Actually, it was kind of empty, but it's okay because it was a vibe. The drinks were delicious.
The vibe seems like there was no
Yeah,
one.
I guess if your first vibe was the Trader Joe's single can aisle, this seems like a real upgrade. But okay.
I hate on my plan.
No. I like your plan. Go ahead.
So now you're in this bar, and you're already, and now $18. That's a huge. I mean, that's almost the rest of your budget for the night.
Tip. And then we were looking at what money we each had left, and we each had $12. Okay, so then we wanted to go to this other bar called Misfits, and we looked at the menu, and the drinks were $17.
Right, because it's Santa Monica.
Yeah. And or we could have gone with a beer, but we're not gonna drink beer, guys. Come on, we don't want to get full of beer. We want
a
cocktail. So my friend's like, since we have already had like 2 drinks in us, we're like feeling confident. She's like, don't worry. I'm going to tell the bartender we only have $12 each because we were doing this budget thing for work.
Wow. Okay.
We really just want to finish the night with, and then the bartender, let me see what I can do.
So you're telling him flat out, even
much, we
if
told
you
him
give
our
me a
plan.
discounted drink, I won't have enough money to tip you. Can you hook this up somehow?
We have $12 each. We're trying to buy a drink each, and the guys, the menus, they're $17. You tell the bartender.
But the bartender was like down with it. He's like, yeah, let me see what I can make you. He made us espresso martinis with tequila because we were on the tequila run.
Tequila espresso martini?
Right, there's a theme night for you. So he made you the drink, and then you're tapped out. Now you have no more money.
Yeah, but so the bartender was happily what? He was happy to make us the drink. I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
That's right.
Anyways, Vanessa, so he made us the drinks, and when he handed me over my drink, I placed it down, and I moved the menu, and I spilled the whole drink on myself.
Oh, you loser!
I was a loser this night. But did we stay on budget? We did.
Yeah, you did.
Did he remake the drink for you?
I felt bad because we're only gonna give you $12
Oh,
for this.
so you didn't even get the roofie drink.
So the good news now is in the year 2025, with everything going on in the world, you can still, for $50,
Get drunk.
Have a children's
but not
meal.
drive home.
Have a children's meal. Have a loaner can of Trader Joe's, and have a drink spilled all over your lap.
And have 1.5 drinks at a bar on 2nd Street.
Hey, but that parking, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
$10 parking.
That's a bargain.
Can't complain about that.
Valiant effort, Vanessa.
There's your Monday motivation from Vanessa. Come back with takeaways, wrap up today's show, and turn it over to Nicole Alvarez next. We're out of here. Nicole Alvarez will be in 40 minutes nonstop KROQ. And stick around because later this afternoon, you get the great Kevin Ryder. That's the big news. If you missed it last week, maybe you were on spring break or drank yourself into a temporary coma. Kevin Ryder, back on KROQ after 5 years. Guy spent 30 years on these airwaves, went away for 5. Now he's back in the afternoons. He'll have Coachella tickets for you at 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, takeaways. What do we got?
All right, 213, my takeaway is butterscotch is only for anniversaries and birthdays.
Got to save the butterscotch for the special occasions. We learned that today while dealing with AI robots.
909, my takeaway is load up on that Canadian squash before the tariffs hit.
Yeah, you got to get it. Allie's big plan. I know that the stock market's in free fall and everyone's freaking out about how much things are going to cost, but don't worry. Allie's going to have all the zucchini she can handle.
Which is not a whole lot. And people were asking if I was going to use it with my wife before eating it. No, I will not. But now that you mention it.
That's why. Oh, you're growing your own sex toy. Now it makes sense.
I mean, it has a double purpose.
Sure.
And 626, my takeaway is you don't want to be there the morning after she lays them big farts.
No, you don't. Good takeaways from today's show. If you don't know what we're talking about, you should check out the complete show, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can also see video of the show, available on KROQ's YouTube. Thank you for watching, and maybe today's the day you finally subscribe so we can hit the 100K. Let's go. 100K rock. Then we get a fancy plaque right here in the studio. People actually care about us for a change. What's your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd?
Sharing dessert is the gateway to sex.
Sure is. Everyone knows that. You share a dessert. One dessert, 2 spoons. That is like saying you are as good as in. What, Omar, takeaway?
My takeaway is if you pay Allie enough money, she'll be a claw machine at your next party.
Yeah, she'll stand there in a pile of toys and just reach in there with her big burly arms and get out a stuffed animal for you. Allie, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is we don't have panty haul lawyers.
What?
Wait, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Whatever, it's on. Panty hauls.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
Now I know what you're saying. Tonight, Allie and I have a bet on the big national championship game. If the Gators win, she will have to record and post a panty haul video on YouTube.
Yes,
if
and
that
same
doesn't
for
help,
you.
If that doesn't help us get over the 100K mark on KROQ, nothing will. We'll come back with that tomorrow. Let's go, Florida Gators. Come on.
Let's
We'll
go,
right
other
back.
team.
Boy.
World Famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.